2 minutes. It's off.
Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa! Glorious Thursday here in the arena. NBA draft, first round in the books. A lot of things to talk about and discuss. How we feel. Swaggy, good to see you. Stay at work today. You were here yesterday.
It's like program. Wake up, come here. You know.
And then leave. But this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. We're in Gil's house, still waiting for Gil to pull up to the couch. He should be here at some point during his show. But we got NBA champion of the world, Swaggy P, Nick Young, here with us.
Hell yeah.
On this side of the couch, we got the man they call Money Making Suni, NCAA champion of the world, Rashad McCants, back in the arena.
Baby.
And representing Tough Crowd University, we have Mr. B, Brandon Jennings. All first round picks, first round host. Y'all said first round and under, no second rounders yet? Okay. Oh, that's what y'all words, not mine. No.
Today though.
Huh?
Today.
This is second, this is
day.
this is Gil Day.
This is Gil Day.
But for all the fans out there, we still got 2 viewing options for our traditional version, mobile vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. As expected, the Mavs took Cooper Flagg with the #1 overall pick. But what are realistic expectations for Flagg in his rookie season? The Spurs added 2 lottery picks, including #2 overall selection Dylan Harper. How close are Wemby and San Antonio to being a legit threat in the West? Wemby now a vet, entering his 3rd season in the league. And Ace Bailey reportedly didn't want to go to the Jazz, but Danny Ainge still drafted his ass. Did Bailey play himself throughout the draft process? Didn't look too excited to be headed to Utah. Said, don't pick me. I like the jacket, though. But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. And we're back with another crew partner pack. As a reminder, each of our Gil's Arena crew has submitted a pick'em that we're combining to create our partner pack on the Underdog app. We'll tally up the individual picks, and the guy with the highest percentage of accurate picks will receive a large sum of Underdog bread before we take our summer hiatus in a few weeks. So let's take a look at today's crew partner pack, if we can, please, Ian. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., higher 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. That's coming from Kenyon. Kelsey Plum, lower 20.5 points. That's coming from Suni. Aaliyah Boston, higher 15.5 points. That's coming from Mr. B. And Jackie Young, higher 7.5 rebounds and assists combined. That's coming from Gil. No pick from Swaggy. So he takes an L for today. Swaggy, you didn't get your pick in
I
time.
didn't, right? But you know, that's my cousin right there.
Who, Jackie?
Jackie Young. Yeah.
You got a lot of cousins.
I think so.
Real cousin, play cousin.
I think so.
I think so. I hope so. So we asked
Jackie.
our loyal chat if they are riding or fading with the Gills Arena crew partner pack for this evening. Hold on. 55% of the chat is riding with the partner pack for this evening.
So if you say I've been messing up the
chat is
wow.
saying, I'm not saying anything.
That's crazy.
I support you. But if you like these picks and want to ride with them, go over to Underdog. If you don't have the Underdog app, download it, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick 'em. And if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. So 30 young men realized their dream of becoming an NBA player in last night's first round of the 2025 NBA draft. Round 2 will take place tonight. So the draft began as we all expected, with the Mavs taking Cooper Flagg first overall on what his sponsor New Balance was marketing as Flagg Day. Before we proceed, Gil has entered the arena.
Heard about this.
Hit his head on the Jumbotron.
So sad what happened to that boy.
Ashes to ashes.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, what are we doing?
Had to bury your brother. Just got back from the funeral. Had to lay him to rest where he died yesterday.
Bro, all this shit is remembrance.
Yeah. Just got to send your condolences sometimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gilbert Arenas has entered the arena. Flowers and a shovel.
Damn, I'm glad I wasn't on
Ladies, the most unserious show in basketball.
Got the cans fit on too. Cemetery Larry.
Yeah. Huh?
Still don't have the timing. Can we start the show, Gil?
Yeah. I thought I buried that nigga yesterday. Well,
Wait, no way.
I'm supposed to be dead. He's supposed to be dead. What you doing? Huh?
Supposed to be 100 miles.
Damn. That's wild. I never seen a nigga come back from being dead.
Gil, can we start the show?
Must got a superpower.
Didn't get the memo, man.
He ain't get the move. I must have killed the wrong nigga yesterday. It was Suni. Suni died. Cemetery Larry still alive. Okay, so I was gonna be Cemetery Larry because I thought I killed them off, but it was this money making Suni. Okay, all right, my bad.
Baby.
Yeah, the crying, huh?
The time is still off.
I killed the wrong one. Okay.
If we're done, we'll get into some basketball, high-level basketball discussion here on Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop.
I ain't by myself
Dang,
for a reason.
drink
So-
the shots.
I did not.
For
I
a
didn't-
reason.
I did not know none of this was
Absolutely.
coming.
This is why.
Draft began as we all expected, with the Mavs taking Cooper Flagg first overall on what his sponsor New Balance dubbed as Flagg Day. I think traditionally a Canadian holiday has now made its way over to the United States. So let's take a listen to Cooper Flagg's
Hey,
pick.
can you get that note? Pass that, Josiah. You can go ahead and read that, in the memory.
The front of the car says, sharing in your sorrow. Lifting you in love and peace, says R.I.P. Cemetery Larry, 0 condolences. And it has Gilbert Arenas' signature on it.
0 condolences.
0. Y'all gonna do all this shit. Y'all couldn't promote my motherfucking video.
10 toes down?
That's crazy.
You made a video yesterday?
What we doing, man? Come on.
Can we start the show, Gil?
Yeah, I'm ready to do the show, man. I'm ready.
All right, so once again, 2025 NBA Draft first round last night. Cooper Flagg selected with the overall pick. Let's take a listen.
With the first pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flagg from Duke University.
With the commissioner, we're talking about Zion, we're talking about Jason Tatum, we're talking about Kyrie. What sets Cooper apart?
Yeah, Grant Hill as well. What sets him apart is he plays at both ends of the floor. He's equally as impactful as a defender.
So Flagg, the second youngest #1 overall pick since LeBron James, about a week older than LeBron when he was selected #1. We'll get more to the specifics of Flagg in a second, but I have to ask because of the experience we have on this couch. What was a moment like to hear your name called at the NBA Draft? Mr. B, we'll start with you. We know you were out and about in New York doing some other things.
Yeah.
But what did it feel like to hear your name called at the draft, walk on that stage, shake the commissioner's hands, and know you were starting your NBA career, fulfilling your dream?
I think just off the fact that the route that I took, skipping college, and people saying that it wasn't going to work, and he'll be back home, and to hear my name being called at 10th, it was just a lot of relief. Stress relief because I was out shopping earlier. Michael Jackson had died, so he took over the whole, draft. I was slipping in the draft and things like that. So just to hear my name being called and, Sonny Vaccaro was out there, like, yo, we did it. So, man, it was just a great feeling. It was great.
What was you projected?
They had me going 23, like 25.
So you went up.
Yeah, I went back up. Yeah, because they were saying, certain point guards and things like that. So they didn't have me going. I didn't know I was going 10 until about at the 9th pick.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Did you get invited to the green room and opted not to go, or how did that whole situation work?
Yeah. I got invited. But my agent at the time, Bill Duffy, he had a client before that was in the green room, and he didn't get picked in the green room. So it was kind of a little more of like a scare, like they were going to try to do the same thing to me. Just have me in the green.
Try to make an example out of you.
Make an example. So we just thought it was best to just be with my family.
Okay, but then obviously you made your way to the arena.
Made my way. David Stern was in the back. He was like, yo, since the 13th pick ain't here, I'm going to just bring you back to the back. So, I'm like Soulja Boy, always the first to do something different.
Mr. P, like Soulja.
Okay. You
come through the back, like kissing the crowd. Yeah. So it was cool.
Let's move over to Sonny. Sonny, what do you remember from draft day hearing your name called?
Oh shit! It was probably an embarrassing day, because once I did get picked, it was the first time David Stern messed up in the draft. So I actually walked on stage, supposed to shake his hand and shit, but he was still at the podium. So I had to walk and tap him on the shoulder. I had to come back. Oh shit, my nigga, you just called my name. Why you ain't ready? It's my moment.
For real?
Yeah. That was the start of all the bullshit. So that was my first. That's when I got drafted.
No way.
The first day, bullshit.
You got the tap.
Immediately, my moment. Hey, I'm here, nigga. Hey, me.
You gonna shake my goddamn hand.
You gonna shake my hand, sir.
Damn.
Been happening all my life, man. I'm used to it.
Let's move over to this side of the couch. Swaggy, what do you remember from your draft day hearing your name called by the commissioner?
I just remember getting invited to the green room. I thought that was like the best thing. That's all you see on TV, and thinking about shaking David Stern's hand and the family get to be there and all that. But then I ended up dropping to the Wizards, so it's like the worst thing that ever happened. It's like a dream nightmare. You feel me?
Dreams and nightmares. Shout out me.
Yeah.
What was the green room experience like, though?
You turned out to be cool, but the Wizards was fucked up.
But you didn't know that until you got there. So how did you feel on draft day?
Because I wanted to
Go to the Lakers.
the Clippers. They had the 12th pick, so I was supposed to go there. That's why I got invited, But
What was your experience like, though, in the green room? What's it like being at the table with all the other
It still was
draft picks out there.
exciting, you know, to hear your name called. It's still a dream come true. They take you. I was worried about not falling on the stairs. I was like, don't mess up walking up these stairs. Don't mess up. Shook his hand. Talk to after that, you could call the team and all that. They congratulate you. Like, it's official. Like, it's dope.
Let's move over to Gil. Obviously, Gil, you had a different road. You're projected to be a first-round pick. I believe you said you wanted to be an international pimp.
Yeah.
Was that before or after that moment?
Oh no, that's before.
Okay, the rookie
During
transition,
Chicago.
pre-draft camp.
Yeah, I cried on my draft night. Yeah, I did too.
Tears of joy or?
Hell no, I was crying. Did I say cried? I started to cry after 12 and 14.
That's where you're supposed to go?
Huh?
That's where you're supposed to go?
Yeah, Boston had 2 picks in the lottery. I worked out for them like 3 straight days. Golden State killed that workout, killed Portland. They had the 18th pick, and then I thought Boston was going to pick me with the 20th, one of the 20th picks, and they went to Joseph Forte, and then Sacramento said I wouldn't get past them if I ever got close to 25.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, oh man, took my Portland shorts off.
You had shorts for the teams you thought were going to draft.
Yeah, I had like 4 pair of shorts on, and we're just removing them,
The fuck up.
Yeah.
So basically, the bandwagon Gil thing. This
Oh yeah, that was. Oh yeah. And then
NBA draft. Okay.
When 25 came, and we're having my dad's having a draft party, and I said, let me go ahead and get drafted first, and I'll show up like I'm a star. Sacramento, Gerald Wallace.
Damn.
Didn't even know who he was. I got so mad, threw my
Gil.
chain off, threw it out. I mean, it was fake anyway, but threw that shit off the balcony. And then I called Rodney Tension, assistant that, can I come back? And I'm just crying the whole time. And I thought I got picked before, but I thought I was already picked and something. Then.
So Gil, what was the mood like at that draft party after you slipped in the draft, didn't go to any of the destinations you thought you were going to go to? Did you actually show your face at your own draft party?
It was supposed to be a open bar.
Hey, man.
Y'all niggas better start with that.
It was supposed to be an open bar. They had to pay their own tab. Shit, I can't afford this, motherfuckers. Shit, that chain, that Escalade with the rims in it, that cash I gave my daddy, I ain't got it no more. I'm broke.
Escalade.
I was broke to the motherfucker, man. I was crying because I was broke, 20 hours. And then, while I'm on the phone crying, then, Rodney Tension said, yo, Golden State drafted you. You're good. You got drafted. And I'm still crying. And then they called, they do the little call on the phone.
1 second.
They do the call on the phone. I said,
1 second.
I'll be starting by the middle of the season. And then hung up.
No.
Unfortunate day for Gilbert Arenas, but ended up having a provision in the CBA because you ended up making more bread than the #1 overall pick in that draft. Who was the #1 pick in that draft?
Kwame Brown. But that's not even that's why when people say, would you?
No way.
Would you? What?
Kwame, y'all in the same draft?
Yeah.
That's why you mess with him all the time.
No, I mess with him because he attacked me for no reason when I was
Ain't
just.
nobody ever attack you for no reason.
The nigga attacked me for no reason. When I went to Washington, he was a poodle crying in the corner. And I'm the nigga that was feeding him and what's it? Hey man, it's all right, man. He gone. The nigga gone. Your last owner gone. Jordan gone, dog. Come on, let's rebuild. We good. We good. All young niggas, man. You the king right here. So I thought we was good until he, the shit with him and Matt Barnes and throw me in it and shit like that. That's when I was like, man, you been holding this for 20 years, my nigga? Damn. I saved your life outside the club, partner. Huh? But that's neither here nor there. No, but that's why when people say, would you do it all over again? And the answer is always going to be hell yeah. I can't change that part. I told that man I was a pimp, went into the second round, got paid first. I already know the results.
International.
I know the results. I'm going to go back up here. Where that second round at? I would have gone the first round.
All right, well, let's
Got paid.
let's keep this thing moving.
I did everything first. First on the video game, first signature, first All NBA, first All Star, first to get the contract.
Well,
I did
draft,
everything
yo.
first of that draft.
Who was like the
Big Soldier.
Who's the number one? Paul Gasol. So it's either Paul Gasol or ISO Joe. So either one of those two.
Oh.
The one with the rings would be Tony Parker, Zebo, Richard Jefferson.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll be probably, if they redid it, I'll probably be like 7 or 10.
7 or 10.
Yeah, around 7 or 10. Because, I mean, if you think about the teams that had picks, they still gonna go after them big niggas for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the first guard would be probably about Tony Parker.
For sure.
And then I'll be like, you still got Jason Richardson, still got to take the freak of nature, still got to take probably Richard Jefferson, Zebo, Emeka Okafor. Right, you gotta.
For sure. All right, well, let's keep this thing moving. We got a very special guest making his first appearance in the arena. Comedian, actor, and entertainer, writer, producer with the recurring role on Hulu's How to Die Alone. Also starred in the second season of HBO Max anthology series Love Life. His comedy special Sunday After 6 is available on the pay-per-view platform Veeps. His government name is Chris Powell, but you all know him as comedian CP. What's up, CP? Welcome to the arena.
What's up, baby?
What's up, what up? How you feeling?
Good.
What's up, man? Hey, man, I'm glad you wore the crown, bro. That bitch hard.
Appreciate that, man. Starting no shit, bro.
You got
You
CP.
started no shit?
Starting no
Man,
shit.
like a gangster.
Damn.
It's been a rough.
Has it been a rough day already?
24 hours. Don't worry about it. Don't just.
CP,
Don't worry about it. CP.
you know,
Don't worry.
average day. Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop.
Whoa, whoa.
So we're talking Cooper Flagg, but before we get back to Cooper Flagg, obviously you're from Detroit, big Pistons fan. We have some people on this couch that have been disrespectful to your city. One in particular, wearing an all-black suit. And
You got a
Swaggy.
point to me? Wow.
Wait, what did you say exactly? You said the city
It's crazy.
or the team?
You know what's crazy, though? You said you wanted to be a pimp, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Not a Detroit pimp.
I mean, that's like the original pimp.
Okay, that's the
Birthplace
original.
of pimping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
What I said?
Can't shit on Detroit,
I mean,
bro.
I think it was more team related, but the people of Detroit.
No, I
it was
talked about the
disrespectful.
water before, but that's just local.
That's Flint. That's
I know
Flint.
that's Flint. So y'all don't even
But
count
shout out to Flint, though. Yeah,
Do
you know
y'all
what
count
I'm
it?
saying?
Is that part of?
I mean, no, but they still need water, though. Like, that's fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still need that shit fixed.
Everybody
like,
needs to hydrate.
No. It wasn't
still
in
ain't gotta
that.
fit.
It wasn't in that capacity.
I think
it was,
that shit still Pepsi
Nah,
coming out the sink.
No, so I was okay. Now, as a comedian, you will understand the joking side
yeah,
of it,
of course,
right? Where there's girls posting the water, and I'm like, well, yeah, I'm gonna unfollow all these Detroit girls because if that's the water y'all bathing in, I know your pH balance is off. It was more in that sense of it, right?
Wow.
You see it?
Wow.
Right, I'm thinking about the water quality, and you trying to come over and give me the nana. No, thank you.
You just threw Detroit pussy under the bus.
Basically, yeah, like I'll pass.
Wow.
Improper pH balance.
I heard that.
No, but that was back then.
Yeah,
I got killed. They said too early.
That's back in the day.
Too early. I'm like, damn, too early.
CP, Pistons fan, how you feeling about Pistons heading into next season, especially with all the kind of injuries decimating the Eastern Conference? They look like they might have a chance.
Hey, man, the East looking sweet right now. East looking sweet. If the Pistons keep that little core together, I think we're gonna be good. I think we can do like realistically fifth in the East.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's like playing spades, knowing you got 7, but you can say 5 just so you want to be modest. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I feel like that's, you know, I feel like that's easy. Who four in the East better than the Pistons?
Right now, Cleveland.
Regular season.
Right, you got. No, I'm just saying, just Cleveland.
Cleveland, New York.
And it's you and Orlando. As of right now.
Top 3. Y'all could go top 3.
Damn.
You and
You
Orlando.
think Pistons go top 3?
Yeah, I think they can.
I mean,
Yeah, I do too. I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Real talk. I don't think it's.
They definitely could be flirting between 3 and 4.
Yeah,
So.
For sure.
Orlando got
if
better.
they catch it, to be honest, it all depends on how the beginning of that season starts. Especially with a team like that, if you playing like bottom feed, Charlottes and all of those, getting those easy wins early to get that confidence, it's easy to sustain it. But if you're playing top-tier teams early, going down, 4-0, 0-4, you be like, oh, man.
I want to see Jaden Ivey back with a Sar. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we got some pieces. Haven't played together long. I feel like we went far, you know?
So Pistons did not have a draft pick in the first round of draft, had the 37th pick today. So we'll see what they can get moving and shaking. A lot of moves going on. What?
They only have one pick?
They only have one pick in this draft.
Who they give all their picks to?
Maybe for Blake, I think, back in the day.
Damn.
I think we might.
See, that's what those be the things that be.
Blake.
But no, those be the things I be talking about.
crazy.
Y'all getting rid of these. Y'all be getting rid of y'all future.
Yeah.
That'd have been great having like a top 20 pick with this team.
Yeah.
37. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
See, 37, you're going to get a senior or a really young dude that you just.
But that's just one pick, though. I think, like, for the last 3 drafts, we've been in the top 5.
Oh, okay.
That's good. That's good. One more pick.
So their pick this year, I went to Minnesota.
I went to Minnesota.
How we get a Minnesota pick?
All good. How it go? But we were talking NBA draft, talking Cooper Flagg, number 1 overall pick by the Dallas Mavericks. So back to Flagg. LeBron James recently commented on Flagg's game in an episode of his Mind the Game podcast, had high praise for the former Duke Blue Devil.
I personally think that he wants to be great. He had a hell of a year at Duke. A guy that can do so many different things on the floor, can play with the ball, can play without the ball. His jump shot is going to continue to get better, super athletic, quick second jump. And also, he has the benefit, unlike myself, he gets to join a team that's established with Hall of Fame guys, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, right off the bat, Hall of Fame coach Jason Kidd. These guys are like, they can give him the whole blueprint while he continues to learn what his blueprint will be. And I think that's going to be an incredible thing for him to have that type of presence, that type of leadership, that type of just basketball IQ and knowledge around him every single day from those pieces. So I think he's going to be amazing.
Why are they inside them Call of Duty crates?
Like,
what was the point of that background? Like they could have had anything.
They minding the game. They too busy minding the game to furnish.
All right, I get it. All right, I get it. You know what I'm saying? They could do a lot of things. Like, put the crates up, crack the crates, put the crates against the wall, so we can talk about the game in some crates.
In some crates. Some crates.
Oh, I get it, because we're the greats. The greats and crates. That's the name of the podcast? Is the greats and crates.
Mind the Game podcast. Bron basically saying he came to a team full of bums and
right?
Damn.
Low IQ.
Okay, the second part, but the team itself
was fun.
That they was all right.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, the Cleveland team. They were all young, but you're talking about Darius Miles, Carlos Boozer, Ricky Davis. Ricky was averaging 20-something. Darnell Marshall. They had a young team, so adding him, them motherfuckers would have been.
But some members of that squad had some disrespectful
that's what the part. They said something.
They was treating Bron like Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? Like
they knew they was for the
you feel me? They was
funny. They got rid of them. They got rid of them by the middle of the season.
Yeah,
they got traded in the middle of that rookie season.
Yep.
But to Bron's point, Flagg joining a talented crew over in Dallas. Obviously, Kyrie out with the ACL, but he should be back hopefully some point next season. So that's not typical for a number 1 pick besides guys like Magic Johnson, Tim Duncan. So how much will the strong supporting cast in Dallas help Flagg's development?
They just went to the finals like 2 years ago. Yeah, they lost Luka, right? But I mean, you add AD, and if Cooper come in and be a B+ player, they got enough experience over there. Like, it looks scary. They still got Lively. Like they still
got Klay.
They got Klay. Don't forget about Klay. Klay can get hot. He ain't even got a dribble.
PJ Washington.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about PJ.
Is CP going there?
So they have that $5.7 million taxpayer MLE that they're going to try to use to get a guy like CP, Schroeder, D-Lo. Little D-Lo also been thrown.
Oh, little D-Lo.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Little D-Lo.
Names that are being thrown out right now.
You think CP win the league San Antonio?
He's going to be a free agent, so
Okay, yeah.
may not be his choice.
Fuck the whole team.
D-Lo would be dope
I get
over there.
He said he gonna fuck the whole team. What?
Little D-Lo.
Shooter played big.
You don't want that around
Detroit.
number one
You don't
pick.
want that?
Can't nobody do nothing.
All right.
Bro, you can't keep holding them man to y'all young age.
He said, can't
Y'all
nobody
young
do
selves,
nothing, man.
Nah,
Y'all
I'm
in a
pretty-
boring ass locker room where nothing can happen.
I'm pretty sure he's grown since then. He got the dreads.
Some beef just forever.
That was the early him. We ain't the same men no more.
Hey man, he did you a favor, man. He did you a favor, man. She ain't had no hits, nigga. She ain't had no hits. She fell off, man. Look at you. You want to give us a
You know what I'm saying? D-Lo, he said you.
on,
He
man.
said you had.
Come on, man.
He said you had because you wasn't
had no
signing.
hits.
You wasn't
When
doing no
did the
prenup.
hits came? Big booty white girls was like 6 years ago. We're not even doing that.
Oh shit! Ever since you dropped it, boom, we ain't seen
They're
her.
not never gonna go out though. You can't say that.
She been done. That is
Never
it.
gonna
Tell them the truth, man.
Your big three career as a coach is bigger than her.
That's forever.
She's somewhere looking 40, man. What you do,
Girl walking
man?
here right now. Everybody.
You feel me, man? Shit.
I heard she do got OnlyFans though. You know what I mean?
She actually quit OnlyFans, I think, back in October. Was one of the top earners.
I was gonna say, that was her best career.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
A lot of their best.
That's where the hits come in. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
a
know?
lot of their best talent. Shit. Use your best talent
Yeah.
for your best career.
hey, how do you?
Yeah. She traded in the song for the thong.
I'm gonna just be honest. How do you?
I don't like y'all talking
No, I'm
about
just, how
white
do
women
you?
like
Yeah.
That's still your white one?
She taught me a lot, man. California
that
pizza
is always
kitchen.
mine.
Oh,
How do you feel?
Thought you passed peas, nigga.
that your ex fiance
Man,
does
stop,
OnlyFans?
Right? Like, damn.
Man, that's a woman you almost made OnlyFans.
My bad. I didn't know you was still hurt about it, man. I thought you had been got over that.
man. Just, come on.
He-
I don't like this seat right here. This is not the seat.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
Damn,
You know what I mean?
you know what I'm saying? You
Like,
can't
I'm
take my
going
nigga on
like
a ride, man.
I mean, this.
He need to go on a ride,
I'm just
man.
saying, it's kind of like your girl leave. There's just really two things that kind of hurt you in your soul. One, she goes to the other side. She becomes a lesbian. That hurts. Right, low key, that hurts like, ah, damn.
No, that don't hurt like
It
that.
do. That I was that fucked up that she was like, shit, you know what? I'm going to the other side. I want to be with another woman. That kind of hurts. And then just
She about to get a taste of her own medicine.
or a stripper, or a hooker, or OnlyFans. That's like, damn. She'd rather be a stripper than fuck with me. She's
Trying to get a taste of her own medicine. Let her do
She
it.
about to make up to a bitch with an attitude. Like, what her do? Nothing. Like, oh, wow. Yeah, let her deal with that.
Let her deal with
I
that.
get that part. But as a
Let her buy a bitch a dinner. See
as
how
a
she feels.
personality,
Afterwards, on the way home. See that feeling? I'm getting nothing out of this shit. I didn't get
Oh,
nothing.
man, please. Let her buy
fuck with
somebody a bag.
Yep,
Yeah, let me
yeah.
know how that feels.
Pay for the mortgage. Shit.
Right.
So, gentlemen, before this
Cut that
conversation
grass.
veered off,
Miss nigga.
Let her see how she
Taste of your own medicine.
Madison.
before the conversation veered off, we were talking about Cooper Flagg
That's hilarious.
being able to enter the league with a strong supporting cast. But, Gil, I want to ask you a question. So, obviously, your high school career played at a lower level high school, but you had the opportunity to be the man. Your son Elijah followed a similar trajectory in terms of learning how to be the man. Flagg a little bit different, went to Mount Verde, played with 3 other guys who got drafted in the first round during his time there. Went to Duke, obviously, played with several other guys on that squad who got drafted. So he's had a different experience. So it would be an easier transition for him to be able to come into a squad that's already put together like this Mavs squad and not a bottom feeder that's rebuilding.
okay, just, the research of it, right, of the new school system of everybody teaming up to win high school basketball championships. Well, me doing the research, finding out like where all the kids ended up. Did they end up to the pros? And then when they got to the pros, who are they, right? And then go back to the old school where guys were the man on their teams, carrying.
Yeah,
right,
but he was the man in each one of these situations,
but
though.
He averaged 13 in high school as a senior.
Powerful 13, though.
So
powerful.
yeah.
Powerful 13 is crazy, bro.
So
You didn't know that?
He averaged 13.
He's a generational talent.
A facilitator.
So-
a facilitator.
How the fuck you ain't know that?
Sacrifice his own for the good of the team.
So what ends up
13.
Yeah.
Y'all bullshit.
No, his team was juggernaut. So everybody was 5-stars. So what I found out is these guys who teamed up together, they all sacrificed during an age period where they needed to learn how to be selfish and find out who they are, try to maximize what you can do. So what these 5-star schools started producing was great role players. Players that teamed up with 5-stars and knew how to play within the team, right? Structure, right? None of them really stood out, right? There's only a few outliers, but for the most part, like Ben Simmons, you figure out how to blend in with your group and be more team-oriented. So you're creating the perfect second option type of guys.
Perfect college player.
Yeah, so when Cooper Flagg is going into this situation, he basically knows how to blend in. Goes in, all we need you to do is rebound, hustle, and then get rebounds. He can be like, okay, and do that to his job. If you're saying, hey, Cooper Flagg, I need you to come in here and carry us, he's never really had to just put the team on his back and be a bottom-feeding type of guy to learn how to average, blah,
Since
blah, blah.
he was in high school and
yeah. So
before
that's the flaw of the 5-star, systems. Not saying this is, going to be his situation, but because of how he grew, his ego won't clash with an AD and all of them because he's been with other superstars before. So he's going to come in average, for a decent year for him that goes like, he did good. 13, 8, 15, 8, 6. Like, that's going to be his numbers. He's not going to be in the 20s and something because his team is good.
Yeah. Right.
So him leaving that 5-star high school program, then going to Duke, he went from program to program, not to the NBA to program. You saying that pipeline is like good role.
For him, it's a perfect,
he also big as fuck.
It's great for success. Like, it's great for success. He's been fortunate to find a path that is playing to his attributes and what he's going to a system that is already built. He's not going to some bottom-feeding team that has no structure where you can see his flaws.
Yeah. Was that a good or bad thing, though? Because you go to these bottom-feeding teams, you get to play a ton of minutes, you get to be forced to beat them.
It depends on who you are.
Now I got to put up 20 and 10. I got to do this consistently every night, get thrown into the fire.
For him and his path, this is a great system for him. You have some freak of nature who's a one-on-one player by himself, then he needs a bottom-feeding team where he can mentally just take over and then become that selfish being where you start building around him.
So Flagg did reclassify, left as a junior, went to Duke, led the team in points, rebounds, and assists. Obviously, it was a loaded roster.
No, what he gets to do is learn basketball early. Like, he has so many great veterans and a great program where he gets to build and learn with his mistakes without being crucified because the winning is going to shut everybody down.
What is he, the 4? He the 4?
Yeah, you can put him at the 4 to 3.
AD loves playing at 4.
So that's what I'm saying. So then win 50-something games, nobody going to say anything about him.
Yeah.
Right? The name.
Basically, whatever he does, he's basically playing with house money. If the Mavs are a good team, he contributed to the. But now let's say if the Mavs are boo-boo, just in some off chance, and he's not.
No, they're going to blame AD.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
right now, AD is the number one focal point on how it is the success. So whatever Cooper Flagg adds to it helps AD, but it helps himself too. So he can like now if he averages 20 and 10, because no one's focusing on him, now you're talking about Tim Duncan when he went to Spurs. So now everybody's looking at, hey man, this motherfucker's a woo. And by the time he gets to be by himself, he's already established his confidence and his skill level. So it's a perfect way for him to build his legacy on just straight win power.
So let's shift to this side of the couch. Shot, how much will a strong supporting cast in Dallas help Cooper Flagg's development?
A lot. He don't have to worry about what all the other number 1 picks had to worry about. He has a safety net he can hide behind. If he plays bad, if he don't have a good season, you can still say he has generational talent because he's playing with good players. The narrative's set up for him. So all we really got to do is go and learn, like I was saying. Just learn. You ain't really got to do nothing, got to show up. That's the benefit of this type of situation. Everybody can carry you. And that's the benefit of, the route he took. Kind of like everybody just kind of respect you, play with the powerhouse teams. When I went to prep school, we went to prep school to become polished college players. There wasn't like you became a star if you had the talent. but everybody was there to learn how to play college-style basketball. So I think everybody transitioned from that type of high school to college, is prepped for that. And if you can shine in college, then you can be a pro.
Yeah.
That's, I think, was the old pipeline.
Well, I mean, you would say Flagg shined in college, though. He came, lived up to expectation.
Yeah.
Coach K said he's the best Duke freshman that he's ever seen. I think, obviously, we may disagree here on this couch, but
He's the best freshman?
that's Coach K's words, not mine.
Better than Zion?
Coach K.
Well, Kenya said, yeah.
Zion had a crazy freshman
That's,
year.
again, we could debate and discuss
Who
here on this
else,
couch.
who else would have been there as freshmen themselves?
I think what Tatum, Kyrie,
Paulo Banchero.
Paulo.
Elton Brand.
He's nowhere near Paulo Banchero.
Kyrie.
I'm gonna say
Kyrie played 11 games.
Kyrie only had a game. He only had a couple games.
But we're not about pick. I'm thinking talking about just attributes.
I know. Them
That's what
couple
they did,
games
though.
was crazy.
Grant
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what Grant Hill was as a freshman.
Yeah.
But I think Flagg, the fifth #1 overall pick to come out of Duke since 1999, sixth overall.
Since 1999. How many of them been one and dones? And I'm pretty sure they won.
Most of them. Probably like four of them.
They, so the best players.
Kyrie.
Tatum.
So all the best.
Tatum, Ingram.
So basically all the best
not-
players
those guys not number
came.
So Paolo's the last one, Zion, Kyrie.
So basically all Duke's best players, for the most part, the young ones, one and done, two and done, came after he got the job for USA Basketball.
Yes.
They all been good
Yes.
though. They all been good in the league though.
Yeah.
Solid.
Because
Program.
before that, Duke players it's like, yo, you're a great system
Stay
players.
three
Nobody really.
years or more.
It was
That's what they were known for, a system.
It was when 2006 came and he got to use that in negotiate, which I thought that was. I don't know why colleges didn't actually combat that, where you can't do USA Basketball and be a college coach, because now all these players that you're recruiting, you get to use the USA pipeline and say, oh, hey, 18, hey, I'm the head snake of USA Basketball, right? So 18U, 19U, who you think they're looking at? So I need you to come on to the program. I make sure you go through this pipeline. And, that's a great ass pitch.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a great ass pitch, especially when you say I don't do one and dones, and then you get the job, and then all of a sudden everybody's one and dones now.
So Cooper Flagg currently the favorite to win Rookie of the Year, but do you think being on a squad like the Mavs?
He's the favorite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Favorite of Rookie of the Year?
So Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey, second, Trey Johnson, third, Dylan Harper,
Magic.
fourth, Edgecombe.
Kyrie.
I mean, he's going to be able to be consistent, so.
He's going to beat Rookie of the Year. The wins. Like, you got to remember, like, when you are #1, like the top 5 picks, and just in theory, you're going to a bottom-feeding team. You will have numbers, not have the wins, right? So now you're saying that he's going to be guaranteed 50-plus wins this season. So averaging 13-5, 15-7, like
Jason Tatum.
yeah, that's gonna be Rookie of the Year, because they're gonna add the win to the regular numbers. So the only way that he's gonna get beat is if somebody is averaging 22-8 or something, like some off the wall shit. So for the most part, yeah.
You don't think they need him to score over there in Dallas?
Not right now. Not this
Who's
year.
their scoring coming from though? Just AD.
AD, Clay.
That's it. Clay.
He's not.
Is Kyrie
He's not
playing this year?
scoring
Or he
like
hurt?
that.
Torn ACL, so he'll be back hopefully January,
He
February.
gonna score and have big game.
He's not okay. So what he does do that
still
he
get a
goes
point guard.
hard as fuck.
Yeah, so
Like he plays hard, right? That's one thing he does. Like he plays hard. Like
Have a motor.
he's not like really give it to you. Let's go give me a bucket.
Okay.
Right? He's gonna go left and try to spin back right. That's his go-to move. Go left and then try to see if he can spin back to go back right. That's what he got. But for the most part, he's not he's not Paulo. Like, I'm gonna give you the ball and you're gonna get your points off. So he's gonna get his points within the system. Swing. He gets an open shot, right? You know what I mean? That's where most of his points came from. Everybody playing zone against Duke, and he got that open.
So he has no bag.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Just not yet. Not yet. Not
One
yet.
pick.
He has no bag.
It's
Nah, he has a bag.
It's the 8. No, you got to think about it. He is the youngest person. He's the youngest person in the draft.
Right?
But still,
I can't teach 6'9" and damn near a 38, 40-inch vertical and play hard. I can't
Exactly.
teach that.
Can I ask a question?
He's doing 6'9" shit.
Yeah,
Backwards oops and
yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
can't
saying?
teach it.
Like
Last year, who was a player outside of Stephon Castle that you guys can remember as like promising?
Sar had some moments, but
Whoa, wait, outside of
Stephon
Castle?
Who do we remember as a rookie?
Yeah.
That we saying like, oh, we can't wait to see him again.
before
my man in Philly.
McCain?
Yeah.
before he got
I like
hurt.
that one.
That's one I like that.
I mean, personally, just Rob. Personally, just thought Rob.
Dillingham, he didn't play enough.
I know, and
That's
then
we
what-
didn't get a big
Shepard, Houston.
Shepard didn't play enough.
We thought
Dalton Connect.
No.
He had a 40 ball.
He had a
College?
couple. He had a couple.
On the Lakers.
No, he's talking about before when we're looking at the draft.
No,
right?
I'm saying the
He's saying like
rookie year.
rookies that we remember.
Rookie,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
whole rookie year, outside of Stephon Castle,
The biggest name
who
was
can we
Bronny.
remember that's like a staple? Like we like
Bronny.
he gonna be good
Oh.
coming back into the next season.
Oh, okay. So he had to
Dog
finish,
Connect.
once he finished the words. Once he finished the words. You got me with
Edie Connect.
Edie Connect,
Edie.
Castle.
Yeah.
Connect had that
Not
great
Castle,
stretch.
not no Castle though.
Oh, without Castle?
Without no Castle. So you got Dillingham, Connect, Edie.
So who we think is going to be solid this year?
I like Shepard. Whatever his name
Who's going to be solid this year? Edie?
I'm saying it from this standpoint. So you see those guys, right? Stephon Castle's probably the prototype talent that we'll look for beyond this, right?
Right.
So think about
Flagg
the draft before that.
Flagg Castle.
Who was the rookies that year and that last year? That was Wemby's draft.
Wemby, Asar,
No, Aiming boys.
Yeah, so
Wemby,
those the Thompson twins, Wemby, Lively.
Man, so think
Hey, that's
about
a-
that draft, right? We got talent.
Right.
These are guys. I thought the Asar guys, the Thompson twins, were generational talents.
I did too.
Yeah, they are.
And I think Wemby was generational talent.
Absolutely.
So if you look at the draft this last year with Stephon Castle, now remember we was at the Final Four. We like, man, this college draft gonna be kind of a wash because this the only kid that got some potential. He can move like he an NBA player. He showed it. Everybody else had to get their shit through the mud. They barely getting playing time, except for Zach Edey, who was in that same game we watched, right? So I'm looking at it like, okay, let's go back. Before Wemby and them, was there guys that we could say could step into that light
Yeah,
as a rookie?
that was a Scoot. That was Scoot. That was Brandon Miller. That was
And then
that.
Miller and them.
Yeah.
So
That was Wemby in them too. That was Wemby in them year. That was last year.
So we look at the one and done
No.
theory.
3 years ago.
Wait.
Brandon Miller was in the same draft as
Not Wemby.
Scoot and Wemby, I thought.
Nah, the year before.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Brandon
Wemby,
was two.
Wemby,
Yeah.
Brandon.
It
Yeah.
was-
Okay, that's
yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
So who was before that draft?
That was AE Lamette. No, that was Bankero.
Thank you.
And okay,
Yeah.
so
So
boom.
the-
So
yeah,
there,
yeah.
we start there. So
That's the
one and done. This was the last Duke one and done was Bankero, right?
Yeah, right.
And when he came in his rookie year, was we expecting him to be number one Bankero?
Yeah, in Orlando. Yeah.
Hell yeah. He was big as fuck.
Did he deliver?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Everybody's gonna deliver, given the time and the space to play. He not gonna have that time and space to play. He not gonna have that time and space to prove you got me for this reason.
Who?
SGA.
Hooper.
No. See, that's what's it. He falls under the Magic Johnson. He falls under the Magic Johnson. He falls under the Tim Duncan style, where the position that they need, he feels it. Versus if he went to, let's say he's a 3-4. Let's say he got drafted to Orlando. Yeah, you can technically be a bust in a sense, because now the guy in front of you is a player, and you got to fight him for minutes on something. He plays 40-something, so you don't get no time with the Wagner and the Wagner.
But this is my point.
You know what I mean?
The Wagner and the Wagner.
My point is, you in Dallas, right? You're in
Wagner,
Dallas,
Wagner.
and you get to play and make mistakes, and you get to do things you wouldn't be able to do if you was in Orlando by yourself, like Banchero.
Yeah.
Like you actually have a better net to fuck up, to do
Developmentally.
No,
here.
and this is what I'm saying. This
Okay.
is his crutches. He's not going to be able to get through those tough times Banchero did
Right.
to make Banchero the second-year player he was, the third-year player he is.
No, it depends on if they're winning and they're in playoff
Yeah, he-
situations.
But remember,
like if he's winning big
Banchero's in a
games.
losing situation, he has to build his team up. he has to get the grit. He has to get out the mud. You're coming into a situation, you got to learn from the vets.
But hold on, though.
He learned how to win.
He's seen it.
He learns how to win. The preparation. So what he has is preparation of the game itself. Like, think about like when we go to bottom feeding teams, how they act, right? Since we're not winning, we approaching it differently, right? Well, there is no different than being at Duke, right? Y'all have to be on time. The bus has to be at a time. We're gonna watch film. So he gets basically a blueprint of success early. So when there are times where we're going in a different direction and he is the cornerstone, he understands how to be a leader because he's learning from them. Most guys who go to number one picks, those number one picks, they don't.
Team.
They are supposed to be the leader, and they just got there like Wemby and Spurs.
Right? But let me say this.
You got to be battle tested.
Let me say this though. Don't forget, bro. He's going to a team that is a little bit injury prone, right? So you think about this. We're not getting Kyrie until January, right? AD coming off an injury. They're not about to. He's gonna load manage, bro. Like, it's going to be nights where it's going to be Cooper's show. Yeah. And so we're going to be able to see right then how he can carry a team, how he can get them to rally behind him, how whatever they build around him. We're going to see it a lot this season because he got the kind of vets over there that's like, hey, young blood, ice up. Let me tell you something. You got the ice down, baby. He going to be the iciest nigga in the league.
But you put too much expectation on him too early.
No, there's no.
100%. Like you just said, if they go down, right?
Right.
He's in a situation like an Orlando situation.
Yeah, if they go down.
If they go down, right? So my question is, are you battle tested and prepared for that?
No.
And now if you went to Orlando, you're gonna have to get in the shit anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
He's gonna
bro, they gonna get the shit beat out of them a couple of times with him not having no help. And that's gonna
he's gonna have to take his licks, that's what I'm saying. But if he got a full team and supporting cast, it's harder for you as a rookie. But you are supposed to be in a learning stage.
I guarantee you, by the time playoffs start next year, if they're in position, either play in or have an actual spot, they're gonna be damn near at full strength right then, and he's gonna be battle tested enough where they can make a deep enough playoff run with the IQ of the ADs and the Kyries if they are the way they should be. Bro, like, they can make some fucking moves, bro.
If they get to the playoffs, he'll be battle.
He will definitely be battle.
But I'm doing scouting report.
What he's going to be learning is very different from what a bottom feeding guy. Yeah, he's going to be getting reps and stuff. He's going to be learning knowledge and game preparation, right? Something he's not going to be able to learn for a few years until you start putting in a system around this person. He comes into the system, so he learns this. It's like going to private school. He's going to private school. So he's going to learn a whole different type of shit here that public school don't have. Public school, like, this is book knowledge, this is street knowledge, right? At some point, he's going to need to know this to survive. At some point, he's going to need to know books to survive.
But you
that's all it is.
Hey, what teams is public school though? Like, what teams is like the hood school? I just want to know. Like,
look,
Charlotte,
hood ass school.
Charlotte Blazers, like all the teams that just stay at the bottom for the last.
Yeah, that's funny.
37 years.
This your bitch ass locker right here. Put your shit. Put your shit
like
down.
y'all don't have lunch, and breakfast, and stuff like that. And y'all don't do food here. You know what I mean?
grab you a McMuffin from the lobby. That's crazy, bro. You said some of these things is.
So let's keep this thing moving. Cooper Flagg, number 32 jersey, was already on sale at the Mavs draft party, showing his popularity among the fan base. So one person who remains unpopular in Dallas is general manager Nico Harrison. He's been the subject to unfavorable chants by Mavs fans ever since the Luka trade. That continued at the Mavs draft party last night.
They don't get it, do they? Like, right? Don't you get it?
The fire Nico, we thought it would subside a little bit.
Right.
League gave y'all the number one pick.
I thought y'all got what y'all wanted.
Just signed Kyrie to a 3-year deal. Still no love. But after drafting Flagg, Nico Harrison told ESPN's Tim McMahon, fortune favors the bold. So it certainly was bold to send Luka to the Lakers, but at the end of the day, the Mavs ended up getting the number one pick, taking Cooper Flagg because of that. Should Mavs fans give Nico a break at this point? Stall him out.
If I was AD, I'd be kind of like, all right, y'all, come on. You know, say what's up. Y'all got beef.
That's the way I said it.
Y'all got
That's
beef.
the same
What's
thing
up?
I said.
You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah.
gonna be doing?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, all right.
Y'all still on that nigga, huh?
Still fighting.
Right, that's
Nico
crazy.
with the #1 pick. Damn.
We don't want you, Dusty.
Remember that nigga had the beer? Fuck y'all.
I mean, because they're still in a situation where they can win. So it's not like it's bad. It's like you still have players, you have vets, you have guys who've been to the championship. So you still have hope. It's not like it's just over.
Man.
Business-wise, but as far as we're just talking about basketball, like we still got a chance.
Yeah, they act
People
like
don't
they
give
suck.
a fuck about
Like,
that
they gotta
basketball
get
right
that
now,
team.
man. This is how they coping with what happened, and they gonna keep saying this shit until that nigga get fired.
No, I know, but I'm saying they better realize.
It might be 4 years from now.
Right.
4 years from now, they can win 3 championships. You gonna still hear them chants for no damn reason.
that's
Flagg
crazy.
is on the same level almost.
Huh?
That name right there. You
But-
should be happy with that
Flagg.
name, Flagg.
But Gil, when did the fire Nico chance turn to that's fire, Nico?
Yeah.
When they win it,
Man,
watch.
when they win it. I'm going to tell you some real
That was
shit.
fire, Nico.
2003, Detroit, we drafted Darko Milicic instead of Carmelo Anthony. Everybody in the D was like, what the fuck is Joe Dumars doing? Damn, fire Joe Dumars. Same year we won a championship. Nigga was like, he's Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's the bad part.
You know what
you
I'm
should
saying?
have still been saying it because it's not like the pick did anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like
That's true. That's true. Darko ain't, man, what? Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to Darko, man.
Shout out Darko.
Now, you know something? I asked, she said Darko was nice as fuck.
For real.
He said Darko was nice as fuck. The problem with Darko is Darko was new school. 2010, moving on. He was, so if you think about the Euros wasn't as popular.
Okay.
So he wasn't like Milicic, right? Or a core. He wasn't like a core who was on the team too.
Yeah.
He was more finesse style. So he said he was more like a Chris Bosh. He said, and that's not what.
That ain't what Detroit was on.
No, he wanted dude to be in the post, and Darko's like, I don't do the post.
Yeah.
I'm face up, I'm ISO, I'm this and this. And Brown was like, well, sit your ass down until you learn how to be in the post. He said he was a face up, like he was like literally like a Chris Bosh style.
Yeah.
So she was like, that nigga wasn't fucking with him after that. And then from there he just lost
Confidence.
he just lost his confidence. But he said when it comes to just talent, he said he had it. He just
Yeah.
it's like it wasn't the wrong team. It was the wrong coach for him because the coach played basketball a certain way and he needed certain people to do certain things, and the thing he needed Darko to do, Darko just didn't do it.
You don't think it was the wrong time too? I think that like you need a sample size in the league for somebody to be like, he played like my man in the like somebody who's successful with that. Like you said, Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh hadn't proven it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like you need when you the first one, you got to be able to do both things. Do what they need you to do and then incorporate your shit if you want to be able to play. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just balling.
I had a conversation with Darko, partied with him one night in Detroit. And it was a coach thing. It was simply, he did not fuck with Coach did not fuck with him.
Yeah.
And, he was playing behind McDice and Sheed and Ben and all those guys. And he didn't have a problem with them. He had a problem with the coach. Like, you could tell, like, his energy about, like, playing time. Like, he wasn't getting no playing time. When you get drafted that high, you looking at everybody else playing. You know you can play, but your team good.
Yeah.
So he would just party.
He went a couple other places though, played by some other coaches.
The damage was already done.
Yeah. The confidence, like you said, his confidence when we was like chilling, whatever. Bro, he was broken.
Damn.
Broken, bro, because he came over here. He came over here to play.
Yeah.
Like,
You not like rookies, right?
Yeah,
Larry
Brown hated rookies. And that's why his class with Larry was just like, bro, why you hating on me? That's probably why Melo.
Larry, one of them coaches, Larry got into it with AI publicly about practice and all that shit. Like some of them coaches is like,
Carolina.
Shit,
back then,
and Larry Hughes and all that.
Yeah. They was a part of the show.
But did he coach Larry Hughes?
Yeah, him
You know what I'm saying?
And that's where, so Larry Hughes thing, because Allen Iverson was a 2, so he was trying to move Allen Iverson to the 2. So he needed a big guard that can guard the 2s. And so he's trying to make Larry Hughes a point guard. And back then, being a scorer, but having to be in the point guard, it was a no-no. So he didn't like the ideal of Larry Hughes because Larry Hughes didn't want to be the point. Like, yo, I'm a two guard. Like, I'm a slasher. Yeah, I know how to pass the ball to bring it up, but don't designate that shit to me. And fuck my game, man. Because I want my point guards to be like this, like
me thinking out there.
Yeah.
That's how I used to be, though. Think about that. The two guard bring it up. We like, you trying to take the ball out of my hand, bro. No, come get the ball. You pass to me, man. That's the rule.
That's crazy because the mindset today is different.
It's the other way.
You
got the ball in the point guard.
Like, you know, you could be a 2 or 3. You could run the 1 right now. And you'll run the 1. Back then, it's crazy.
Yeah,
But
you got to
now,
run to the corners.
Yeah.
But now point guards got to be good off the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole nother skill set. Like, running around them screens, doing all that Rip Hamilton shit and all that step shit. That's a whole nother, you know, that shit he did on Chris Paul that one time when he had Chris Paul twisted up. It was like, man, what the hell you, nigga, we point guards. Nigga, let's chill. Bring the ball, you know what I'm saying?
Let's chill.
Let's bring the ball up, man. Let's set these niggas up. What the hell you doing running around like this? No, man, shout out to CP, man.
For sure. Let's keep this thing moving. It's time for our Underdog of the Week. Shout out to Underdog, whoop, 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 whoop. For cutting the check. We bring you all the best Underdog stories of the week in this segment. So Gil, Rashad, and Brandon will each present their nominees and we'll advocate for them. We weren't sure if Swaggy would be on time today, so we didn't give him one. That's not coming from me. It's coming from our staff and Underdog, Swaggy, not me. I would have gave you an Underdog. I would have gave you an Underdog of the Week, sir.
Crazy.
And the folks at Underdog will decide who the winner is. So Gil, we're going to start with you. Gil, who is your Underdog of the Week?
Bear down, Arizona. Even though I didn't know he was from there. Bear down, Arizona. TJ, baby.
Oh, yeah.
TJ almost fucked up our celebration. You know what I mean?
TJ McConnell. So, Gil, you're picking TJ McConnell. Did his thing. 2025 NBA Final. Stepped up on numerous occasions. Had some big third quarters for the Pacers. TJ McConnell pulls up. They lost in
That was a shot right there.
You know what's funny? Would any of us been mad if they won it and they gave him the Finals MVP?
No, I wouldn't have been.
Right?
I wouldn't have been.
No, I'm just saying, like, even though he ain't the best player, it's like sometimes we got to look at the impact. Like, so when we think about Chauncey. No, not Chauncey, but when Kawhi won his, right? When Iggy won his.
I was about to say Iguodala.
Iguodala won his, right? You now look at the game a little bit different. When the best player is playing like the best player, but he's literally changing the output of this game. Like his impact in 15 minutes is like really impactful to the game. So
I used to know you.
But
you know what I mean? So
just like Jaylen Brown.
Like Jaylen Brown.
I know what y'all about to say.
You heard me say it.
No, say it. But now I get it. Now I get it because you're watching him and you're sitting him. He gets in. They're down 9. Now it's a tie game. He got 4 steals in 2 minutes. Like you can see, like. Okay.
But hold on, though.
Game after game, I wouldn't be mad if they gave it to him. Now I understand the Jalen Brown one.
They was not finna give Kyrie that MVP for hitting that shot over Steph, even though they could have. But they not gonna fuck up LeBron's run with these, with having the double bubble. You know what I'm saying?
Like he should have got it.
I mean, like, bro, I like Gil just said, I would not be mad. It would, to me, it'd feel like if TJ got it. How y'all feel? If Kyrie would have got that, I'd have been like, ooh, that's crazy. Because, you know, they know what they doing, messing up the dynamic. They saw how hype Hallie was, getting ready to get that Eastern Conference one, and then they swerved him.
They swerved him at the end.
And so, you know, it's just like, you know, they know sometimes, like, yeah, let's send Hallie a message, get his ass hungry. No more 9-point games. No more, you know what I'm saying? But it's like,
but what if it's like y'all saying right now, okay? TJ McConnell, if they win, you looking at the game, like we were saying before.
I don't think
if SGA, we was talking about what kind of games he need to have for Jalen Williams not to get it.
Yeah.
Right? SGA got to be SGA, but he also got to be the reason we won. Right? So
yeah, that triple-double in Game 6.
Tatum, the same way. We like Tatum playing Tatum way, but Tatum not the reason the game has changed where we like, this is the reason we got the edge over them. And T.J. McCollum has always been that type of player. We talk about that with Iggy and those type of players too. Like, you can be a game changer and wait your moment and be like, this is the speed, this is the tempo, how y'all gonna play. I can change.
But here's my problem with that. Don't hit me with that face of the league shit and then don't play the game on my part. Though, you know, I might have had 2 fucked up games in this finals, but I'm Jason Tatum, nigga. And
that's my argument.
I'm the reason why we here.
Yeah.
You know who y'all been, all them goddamn Gatorade, y'all had me sweating orange, all that bullshit. Like, dog, come on, dog. Like, you know what it is. And y'all create a dynamic.
But you
like,
don't get rewarded just because of that.
Dog, but you do.
Signed up.
But you do.
No, you signed up you signed up for that. But that's the disappointment for the expectation.
But like I said, they wouldn't do that to LeBron.
Nah.
They wouldn't do it to Magic.
No, LeBron did show up though.
Okay.
LeBron showed up. It made it.
Who scored the 6 points prior that had to put Kyrie in position to hit that shot?
They made him make that decision.
I get that.
What I'm saying is Jaylen Brown and Tatum in that decision, you had to make them make the decision.
Yeah.
You're saying he had 2 bad games. That's cool. But when we come down to who was the reason that we got here, it's you.
So you don't think Kobe should have got some of them Shaq ones?
It's a lot of them.
It should have been. It should have been a little pepper.
It's a lot.
No,
but
hey, you know what's funny? If there was Western Conference Finals MVPs
Back then, yeah.
he would have won some of those.
Yeah.
He would have won some of those.
There was reasons for
versus
the game, the change of the game. Robert Horry could win some shit.
No.
In the championship.
Hey, man,
Boom.
listen.
No, what was the Spurs? He had the Spurs
The last
5 points.
Yeah.
The dunk and the.
He had all 5 for the game.
He just came in the
He just
game.
had 5. Man. You know what I mean? I'd be hot in the mouth. I mean, the least you can do is have 5.
That was like, who's guarding the old nigga with the knees? No, you don't know.
That was like the Ray Allen, like LeBron saved you. If I'm LeBron, that's the least this nigga can do to as much money as we can pay him. Hit 1 shot.
Say thank you.
Do that.
And then say this. That's what we pay him. That's what we pay him for.
I done scored 22 straight. The least you can do is get a bucket out.
So T.J. McConnell, Gil's underdog of the week. Let's shift over to Rashad. Rashad, who is your underdog of the week?
I got that fever. I got that fever.
Excuse me, brother.
She is fine and fierce. Sophie Cunningham. She's a new enforcer. She's fine and she got hands. What's up?
I believe a black belt growing up in Missouri.
Oh, she got a black belt?
And what's up? Look,
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What you gonna do about it? Do something about it.
Now get up.
I'm fucking scuff you up, Stephanie.
What's up?
I'll scuff you up,
Come here.
Stephanie.
Come here.
I don't think.
Do something
I'll
about it.
fucking pull your hair.
Don't you text Rashad no more. Don't you
I'll
text
pull that
him.
hair.
That's mine.
Hey, man. Shout out. Hey, man. That's what Caitlyn needed, was a crew of believers around her, not them little haters. They had to go, man. I'd have been like, welcome to the league, Caitlyn.
All that.
Man, I'd have been so cool, man. Like, nobody ever thinks, be the cool old head for a change.
Nope.
Like, no, let's haze the bitch. Like, yeah, I'm making $32,000 a year. It's time to haze somebody.
That white bitch.
Dog, come on,
Solid, solid pick from Rashad right there. Sophie Cunningham, black belt. Using those skills to help protect Caitlin Clark. Let's move on to
like she literally took a hit, still grabbed it. Watch out.
Then encourage her to do something.
Okay.
So last but not least, Mr. B. Mr. B, who is your underdog of the week?
I'm going to go with Cal Riley. He leads the MLB in 32 homers, and we call him the big dumper.
Big
Dog of the week.
Dumper.
Seattle Mariners.
I know black. No black. 32 homers.
Switch hitting.
Like you watch baseball.
Switch hitting catcher.
Like you watch baseball.
Baseball entertaining, Swaggy, in the right conditions, in the right mental state.
Man, left and right?
I'm heavy baseball watch, just Dodgers.
Left and right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't had an underdog of the week, but mine would have been the Detroit Tigers.
The whole group?
The whole group, sitting number 1 in the league right now. Nobody believed in us.
Nobody.
Nobody believed in us. Look at us.
Temporary.
Hey man, no, right now.
Right now.
So we got us right now.
We got the Rock.
You know what can happen?
Who's the top 3 right now? Y'all?
Us, the Dodgers, and I forgot the third one.
No, the Dodgers in there.
You already know.
You know Dodgers in
Dodger
there.
Blue.
Phillies.
So, okay, the folks at Underdog have deliberated long and hard, along with the fans who voted on the Underdog Twitter account, not the Gills Arena account, the Underdog account. And Cal Raleigh has won Underdog of the Week, narrowly beating out TJ McConnell in the Twitter poll. Stay tuned for what Underdog has planned in the weeks to come. Shout out to Mr. Beast Pick.
Since I won, do I get some Underdog money?
Hell, he win.
I'm just saying.
Shit. You can't beat no fine white girl. I don't know who voted. Who voted?
We do not know who voted, Sean.
Man, ain't no way. Sophie Cunningham ain't win.
That was our Underdog of the Week. We'd like to say thanks to Blinds.com for sponsoring today's podcast. The folks at Blinds.com believe that ordering custom window treatments online doesn't have to mean sacrificing on style, selection, or service. They're disrupting the status quo. No more waiting around all day for an in-home designer just to get an overpriced quote. Build a quote online in minutes or get expert advice on your schedule. Either way, you can still enjoy the convenience of a professional measure and installation service. Blinds.com has been around for 29 years and has covered over 25 million windows, making them the #1 online retailer of custom window treatments. All Blinds.com orders are backed by their 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you're not happy, they'll make it right. Right now, Blinds.com is giving our listeners an exclusive $50 off when you spend $500 or more. Just use code ARENA at checkout. Limited time offer. Rules and restrictions apply. See Blinds.com for details. All right, so we talked about the Mavs, their #1 pick, Cooper Flagg. Let's shift over. We're going to stay in Texas, though. Talk about the San Antonio Spurs. They had 2 lottery picks in last night's draft. Number 2 and 14 selected Dylan Harper out of Rutgers with the 2nd pick, and Carter Bryant out of Gil's alma mater, the Arizona University, with the 14th pick. So after Dylan Harper was selected, he got a FaceTime call from Wemby.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, I play for the Spurs too. My name is Nick.
Yes, sir. I know who you is. My name Dylan. I just got drafted to the Spurs. I think I'm your teammate now.
We lit.
Man, we lit, man. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Now we gonna work for sure, man.
For sure.
Enjoy.
For sure. Appreciate it. See you later.
You should celebrate tonight.
I got you, man.
You gonna work a little for summer league.
Yep.
Real quick. In and out. Rest a little bit and we gonna back.
And then we gonna get back to work, man.
Yeah.
For sure, man. I'm gonna catch you later. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Welcome, man. Enjoy.
Appreciate it, my dog.
Stay your life.
Yes, sir. It is. Whew.
He said he was taking him in and out.
I thought that's what I heard. Rest up,
Taking
summer
it in
league,
and out.
go in and out.
Rest up, just be in and out.
In the
Like I
spot.
said, hey.
In and out in Vegas, Swaggy, Summer League. They do have several locations in the greater Las
That
Vegas
nigga trying to
area.
get off the phone.
That nigga said my name is Vic.
My name
Yeah.
Boy, your name is
Bitch,
Wemby.
I watch
Played
fucking
for the
NBA,
Spurs.
motherfucker.
That's crazy.
After that, nigga said, man, I'm gonna give it to you later. I ain't got time to talk
Get this motherfucker on phone. I know who the fuck this nigga act like I'm retarded. Hey, get this guy. Who phone is this?
Mentally challenged.
They trying to get off the phone 3 times. Hey, man, I'm calling you back. Hey, it's lit.
We lit.
This nigga hanging with these monks like nobody know who you are. Mr. Sun.
My name
They keep that nigga humility. He I am Vic. I too play for the
Brother
Spurs.
Sunflower. All right, this nigga done tripped.
Brother Sunflower.
My name is
Sunflower
Vic.
is crazy.
Wemby on the quest for spiritual enlightenment. He's entering his 3rd season now. Says he's added 30 pounds since coming to the NBA. He spent some time with some Shaolin monks, getting his mind right this summer. And now we see him welcoming Dylan Harper.
Was he hurt at the end of the season?
Yeah, he had a blood clot in his shoulder, so he had to miss the rest of the
Does he
season.
do anything about that? Or he just,
Apparently some karate and other martial arts to strengthen his mind, body, and
He
soul.
went in there and put that.
Nah, he just went to see Ling Ling and them.
Kids went to go see Ling Ling.
That's it.
Made it stop at Ling Ling.
Get that tension up out of there.
Spent 10 days in China. Man, not a visit to Ling Ling.
That's what happened. We get that tension up out of there.
put that tiger bomb
That
on
motherfucker
him.
go, woo.
Yeah,
That
that's
shit
great.
all better now. I never knew.
Somebody else got the blood clot.
Joe, I
feel like
never
blood clots
knew.
like going around this shit.
I never knew it was going to be like
One of
this.
Ling Ling will make you bling bling.
I'm telling you. Y'all need to go see
Yeah,
Ling
man.
Ling.
So we will get to
that's
the
right.
Spurs rookies in a second, but let's talk about Wemby. How important is it for Wemby to step into a leadership role with the Spurs in year 3? He is a vet now, OG, if you will, by some standards.
I mean, he's naturally, or not even naturally, like, you know, with the #1 pick being the face, right? if CP's not there, it is now you.
Yeah.
Right, where especially those young guys are looking at you like they know you're the future. They're rallying behind you. You done proved who you are, and especially on the defensive end, you're still trying to figure out what your offense is. But I mean, you've done enough to gain their respect, especially with the Olympic stuff. So coming back for year 3, how he approaches training camp is, how those guys will follow.
Weight room and all that, gain 30 pounds.
Enlightened, our spiritual quest.
Yeah.
Brother knowledge, if you
They still got Harrison Barnes over there, right?
He was at the draft party, I think.
So he'd probably be like the leader.
Be in uniform.
I'm excited for the Spurs. They'll be all right.
They got a lot of young talent, man.
They got youth.
Man.
It's like
They need Chris Paul now.
it's starting to get back popular again to draft your championship roster and grow it. You know what I'm saying?
Two-star rookie of the years.
Yeah.
Pull up the years for those 3, Johnson, Vassell, and Sohan, what year they are in.
Okay.
I think the Spurs have hit that threshold that every other team hits when they use that development tool for those young players.
Got they had Fox, right?
Yeah. They got.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
I forgot about that.
This turns into, this is not a young team as we think it is between these 3 players that they had before Wemby that were young.
Vassell
next year.
Who's in?
Keldon Johnson, year 6 next year.
Vassell, year 5.
Vassell, year 5.
And
Sohan.
Sohan,
year 3.
Sohan is going to be year 3.
So when we talk about Pop was coaching those teams that didn't have that talent and they was losing, and this is the guys that he was bringing up. He was molding them. So Wemby coming in, going into year 3, Fox, Barnes, Sohan going into year 4. You got a bunch of guys who know the league now. Like they know what they've been actually, all 3 of them, Sohan, Vassell, they've been kind of killing in and out of those last 3-4 years, making a name for themselves. So they built value. Now you got Harrison and De'Aaron Fox to come in and kind of get him direction. That vet direction. That vet direction. I think if they're like a big away. I think they get another big to back up Wemby. They right there.
That's crazy.
Arizona big, right?
Who?
Arizona kid.
Carter, he's a win.
He's a wing?
Carter Bryant.
Carter Bryant. I'm confused with this pick.
Yeah.
Because the Castle's development.
Oh, I didn't even
say
Castle.
Yeah, right.
Are you
Rookie of the year.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
Really
dare. They dare.
That's
what I'm saying.
Are you planning on bringing them off the bench and Dylan Harper's your point?
But Dylan's not going to play point. It's Fox out. So Dylan's going to come off the bench like Rob Dillingham.
I'm telling y'all right now.
He has to.
And that's why I'm saying I don't get this pick because you have Fox.
They traded.
Right? You got Fox and you have Castle now as your shooting guard.
Yep.
Are you going to remove him and bring him back off the bench because that's what he did most of the year until Fox got hurt?
But we still got Vassell. We still got they talent.
And then Vassell is whatever he's going to be, but you got Carter who can actually your later pick and start because the position he's in.
What's our system? What's our organization?
He's a 6'7" small forward.
Our organization usually we develop our players, right? So you look at who we got, who we bring in. Listen, guy, we know you good, but you're going to have to learn behind him. He going to have to show you how this go before we just give it to you and let you, because I think that time's over for San Antonio. Pop gave it a ring or two. He was letting them do their thing, but now it's, okay, De'Aaron Fox showing what a point guard is. Castle, you kind of know what we want as a shooting guard. Harrison Barnes, show what a small forward is. Right? Wemby, you get to be whatever you want between 4 or 5 right now.
It's really the OKC model, dog. Like, they really changing the game.
Or some of y'all not going to be here.
Right? That's what
but I'm saying, look, hold on.
But who you going to go get?
You got Vassell. I'm saying you got guys.
You're used to your players, though. You're used to them.
You got guys who want minutes.
There's a couple teams that did that. Houston did that, too. Houston got a bunch of young niggas on the bench. That's crazy.
That's really good.
That's really good, bro.
But no, it's not because
I'm saying the players are really good.
The players are really good, but look, their top 5 pick last year set the bench. Didn't get a minute.
None.
In G League. And you know what I mean? It's like
it's a development play.
Why
That's
do y'all
what
keep
doing.
picking the same person like you already have?
But you got Fox, you got Vassell, you got Stephon Castle, you got a lot of it's very packed.
Think about if he
That's what I'm saying. So why would I go after
Dylan Harper.
If he becomes something like a Tony Parker, if Dylan Harper becomes Tony Parker, he's going to become him under us.
But
we're not going to let him go somewhere.
But I'm saying, like Tony Parker's the last pick. He was the last pick in the first round. Yeah. But the position he's in, we didn't have it. So he gets to go right in as a starter. That's what I'm saying. So Dylan, you I would have been concerned. I want the number 2 pick, but do I want to go there?
I'm stealing them, and I know Fox is unstable. Think about Fox being unstable. If I don't know where he lays with our foundation of a franchise, let him get 2 years under Fox, and then we figure out what we want to do with him.
This is what happens when you put something into the system like load management.
You could have broke you can break my
Teams are going to start beefing up that second unit, really trying to beef up their bench with a bunch of talent because, injuries are getting way more prevalent. Stars is sitting out. This is what happens. This is where it goes.
My next team.
This is we starting to really see it pop up now in these last few years of teams just stockpiling talent for no reason.
They do have Wemby. So with Wemby, you can technically run a 3-guard system where you can play all 3 of them, play a 4.
That's true.
And so you can get away with it because you have him. But I don't know how long that would be sustainable.
Okay, so you got Chet, and they kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, you can run. Yeah, so they can follow that motto.
Dylan Harper.
Huh?
I thought it's Harper.
Like 6'6".
Yeah, like 6'6". Shooting guard.
Hey,
Hollywood Harper.
He's a 1-2.
He's a 6'6" for real.
Yeah.
So if he's playing the point,
he's like
Okay,
he's
so
a point
1-2, yeah.
So
we like his pops. You can go
think
either
about
way.
this. He's coming into a situation where these dudes in front of him.
Who's in front of him?
Yeah,
all the
Vassell and Rookie of the Year.
Remember, you're a rook. You come
at the point though.
No, I'm not talking about the guard position because ain't gonna be no point. Ain't no point guard. We all interchangeable. That's why he said a 3-guard system. If we think about a 3-guard system and you gonna put him in, I thought he was smaller than that. I didn't know he was 6'6". That changes a lot. So.
Fox Harper Castle.
So
I really see that too. With
he come off the bench,
main ball handling guard.
I think he come off the bench. He play big minutes off the bench and control the second unit, man. Because if you put him in there, try to throw him in there over Fox, now that's team morale type shit. It's like, bro, let me run this shit. Let me teach this young kid how to do this shit. Don't throw him in front of me and throw him in the fire like that.
I think they moved. They might. Did they re-sign Fox?
I think they might move Fox.
They re-signed him, I think.
He re-signed.
I wouldn't move him.
They re-signed him, right?
I mean, but you already got up.
You
He's
sure?
under contract. Nah, they got him for like another year or something.
They didn't extend him?
Nah.
Let me see.
In the middle of last year after the trade?
No, De'Aaron Fox on the last year of his deal, so he's extension eligible now.
So they picked
they got
him
Devin
him up as a safe.
Okay.
That's a safe way.
Vassell under contract through 2029.
Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Now you got your 2 guards. You got Castle and Dylan moving forward with Wemby. So they're still in development.
But what if De'Aaron Fox his balls out with this squad?
But remember, he's up.
They try to move him before that.
He probably moving himself.
Yeah, because I don't need to pay him.
Yeah.
And he probably don't want to be there.
But they have bread to do so now. No?
But what I'm saying is I don't have to because now I got my future 1 and my future small forward.
Yeah. But you already have an established guard in De'Aaron Fox is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So are you asking if San Antonio should be wanting to re-sign him?
Hey, I
think it's a good position for them to be in, basically.
Hey, how about this? I got Ricky Davis at my small forward.
Okay.
And I just drafted LeBron James.
Okay.
No.
Ricky Davis is averaging.
You're making that
Ricky
comment?
Davis is averaging 21 points a game.
Come on, man.
He's averaging 21 points a game before LeBron got there. If you not remember, he was like somebody's like, yeah, so you're gonna be robbing to him, Batman. I'm gonna be. He is the point.
As a shooting guard.
All I'm saying is the Spurs are in a good position right now.
No,
they are. He's a hybrid. Make another move.
You know what I'm saying? He's a hybrid.
Great problem.
They about to let CP walk.
So those two can be.
He can go.
Those two can be. Those two
But
can
we
be my
can
guard.
develop Dylan Harper, let him get a year.
I hear what you're saying. That changes me too, because it's like if you draft him and he's same as Castle, and you draft a shooting guard.
He drafts a shooting guard.
But if it's like what Gil's saying, if you're gonna draft him to be the point guard because he can play the point guard, that's a different. That's a different thing.
I want my point guard to be safe.
Like Marlo says, one of those good problems.
Lefty,
right? One of those good problems to have.
He's a lefty,
he's crafty. Like he's a basketball player. Like he knows what he's doing. Right? He's like last year Philly.
Who, McCants?
He's like McCants. He's like that type of guard. Like he knows. Like
that is Ron Harper.
CP.
So you gonna pay him $200 this summer
Shit, I trade Harper
to win 28 games.
I trade Harper for I give up Fox.
It's proven. Fox is proven.
Your team is too young for Fox.
Too young. It's too young.
Everybody's
proven.
Yeah, you drafted him.
I'm not giving it. I just got him. I got an all-star in my hand.
And you need somebody
you
that's
got
gonna
20
control them
games.
young niggas. You need somebody who's gonna control the floor. Hey, I got this. Relax, bro. I've been here. Give it to me. I got it.
You gonna pay him $200 to win 34 games? I can do that with this nigga. I just drafted him.
Fox took this.
That's cool. That's
34 games.
He went to the playoffs.
You're the number 2
Not
pick.
with this team.
Right.
This is a playoff team though this
Go
year.
with this team.
But what I'm saying, 21,
What was
21,
numbers in college?
20, 21. I'm gonna pay
And you
20.
gonna be in the same
I'm gonna pay
spot.
27-year-old 120-something million when
Yes.
when these guys they're gonna be up at some point. Wemby's gonna come up, Castle's gonna come up. This money's gonna come up. Why would I waste it on Fox?
Who is Fox on this coming up? We don't know what they're gonna be.
What I'm saying is,
Fox is Fox right now.
Right now.
Top what? 5-point guards in the league?
but my
Are you crazy?
team, my
Not giving that motherfucker up.
team can't do nothing with Fox. We're not in a position to play
95
Fox.
But what we ain't seen what we could do with
Right.
Fox.
30, 29 games.
What I'm saying is,
Nasty, man.
but what I'm saying,
Fox is top 5 in the league.
no, but in a sense, but what I'm saying is,
I ain't want to say that. I'm like, let me think.
like Fox team right now is
Top eight, maybe.
like go to Boston, help them over there. Go to the Lakers, go help them. That's where Fox is right now. Fox is not on a bottom feeding young
15 and 17.
Darrington Fox.
a bottom feeding young team. That's not where Fox needs to be.
They're not about it.
Okay. Oh.
So
Sign him for 100 to put him in Dallas. That's where he needs to be.
CP, we know you got to take off in a second, so I want to give you some.
No, he's top 6. I put 6.
I put him at 8, but yeah, you know what I'm
6,
saying?
7.
Like, yeah.
He top 10.
SGA.
He's somewhere around there.
So CP, know you got to take off in a second. We want to give you some love. Sunday after 6, your comedy special out on
yeah,
Beats right
man.
now. Tell the people what they can expect when they check it out.
Man, it's just funny, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about nothing political. I don't give a damn about who doing what and whatever. You know, that's not my style, man. I talk about funny life shit and just good ass stories, man. Like, I don't need the newspaper to do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So
The hospital shit is the funniest shit
you fuck with that?
I've seen in my life.
Bro, yeah,
you
man.
Are the funniest shit in the world.
You know, and then more acting stuff on the way too, man. You know, yeah.
Thank you for not
Cancer
roasting
court.
any of us.
Can you fuck
That's
with
funny.
Cancer?
I fuck with Cancer. That's funny.
Yeah. Me and Ryan used to go at it on Cancer.
That shit's funny. Man, man, god damn.
That nigga wore a shirt that said, I beat CP. I'm like, bro, I win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Well, got a ton of respect for you. Thank you for not roasting any of us, but comedian CP, we
Nah,
appreciate
man,
you.
I ain't roast nobody.
Thank you. I'm thankful for it. We appreciate you pulling up to Gills Arena presented by Underdog. Whoop. We got to get you back in the arena.
How did you feel when he was wearing those shirts?
I felt great. Cause,
Like,
cause nigga,
it ain't like
he ain't really beat me. You know what I'm saying?
But if he felt like he beat you, did it make you feel like,
Say it
man,
again.
that's fucked up?
You say he ain't really beat
He
you?
ain't really beat
Yeah,
me.
man,
So he wore your shit, and then you just knew.
But he didn't really
Bro,
beat
listen, sometimes, bro, we lawyers. I was fighting ridiculous cases, right? Some shit you just not going. But it's like, bro, I'm in your head, man.
in your head?
I would never get a shirt say I beat Ryan, because it's expected for me to beat Ryan.
I never show up here with my crown on thinking you beat me.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. I don't. Oh, so okay. So this is like a whole thing.
That was called full circle.
picked an interesting day
That's
to
called,
come to your
that's
arena.
called full circle.
Pay your respect to a dead body.
We did have a funeral
I was
before you
wondering what the
arrived.
shovel and the flowers was.
There was
about.
We all was wondering.
I had to be.
We all was wondering. We all was wondering exactly what you just said.
I'm at a funeral. I buried somebody yesterday.
Exactly. We are the
So
Did you get buried, bro?
yeah,
Did you get buried? Did he beat you?
because I'm
Did he
now,
beat
now,
CP?
now I'm gonna give me some shirts.
Hey, CP.
I beat Cemetery Larry.
I'm the best.
Okay. Okay.
Can't be beat.
You
Okay.
over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
CP, appreciate you pulling up.
Come on, baby.
Comedian CP, make sure you check out his special Sunday after 6 on Beats. Shout out CP, shout out KP, pulling up to the
Legendary.
arena.
I contact you.
Harper
I wanna talk
Westlake
to you about
legend.
Yeah, all right, but
That was comedian CP. So we've been talking a lot about the rash of injuries going on in the league, specifically all these Achilles injuries that we've seen. So our next guest is making his first virtual visit to the arena. Award-winning journalist and founder of True Hoop. He led ESPN's 60-person digital and print team, which published several groundbreaking articles and won a National Magazine Award. These days, you can get his new book, Ballistic, The New Science of Injury-Free Athletic Performance. Henry Abbott, welcome to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog.
Thank you for having me, you guys.
The legend, true hoop legend. So congrats on the release of your book. We have the cover here for any of the fans who are interested. We want to give you your love first. Make sure the fans can see the copy of the book. Make sure they can go out there and get it in the near future. But I wanted to ask you, what was the inspiration behind writing your new book, Ballistic?
To be totally honest, it was the pandemic, and everything I was writing about was like a bummer. There was no basketball being played. And I've been covering this league since college, and everybody gets hurt, right? It was, by some measures, it's 100% injury rate in this league. And then I went through my own crap, right? I have a bad back and my hip is weird, and I try to be athletic too, and I just found that we were all kind of getting bad answers. Like you're trying to find some physical therapist or massage therapist or kinesiologist, and nobody knows how to keep healthy. And so I was thinking about that problem, and there's this guy, this Marcus Elliott, this lab called P3 in Santa Barbara. Maybe some of you have been there.
Yep.
But they're taking a really systematic approach to assessing exactly how we move, and they have a giant database of biomechanical movements, and they're teaching people how to avoid injury. And it seemed like a much more sunny thing to think about in the pandemic than all the crap that was going on. So I called them up and asked if they'd let me write a book about them, if they'd participate, and they said yes, and now we're here.
All right, well, we appreciate you and checking that out. So we saw 3 superstars in Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, and Tyrese Halliburton suffer torn Achilles during these NBA playoffs. From your work on this book, what do you think is going on across the NBA? I think there were 7 Achilles injuries this season, 8 if you include the Nassers who suffered, I believe, in the offseason. But what do you think is going on in the league right now with all these Achilles injuries?
So I don't know if when I first dialed in, I was on the phone. That was literally Marcus Elliott, the founder of P3, giving me the update on their latest findings in the data of what they think is going on. And here's what they know, right? So they have 1,200 NBA players, past and present, have gone through there and been assessed. They have 1 million data points per athlete. And what they find basically is every injury they study in detail, there's some kind of biomechanical movement pattern that is upstream. It happens before that, right? And so for ACL tears, the number one thing is landing on the outside of your foot and then having your weight roll to the inside. 100% of NBA players who, in their study, who tore their ACLs land that way, right? What's interesting, though, they haven't done a big Achilles study because they've only had 9. In all of the years they've been doing this, only 9 players have torn their Achilles that they studied. But what's interesting is that same exact movement pattern is associated with the Achilles injury. So they're not willing to say this is something where they have a smoking gun, but it seems like the answer is teaching players how to land, which they find is productive in preventing all kinds of injuries, which they want you to, it's called stiffening your ankle, right? You get stronger muscles in your lower leg, so you're more likely to land on the ball of your foot with the toes up, your ankle strong, your ankle not flopping around, your leg not flopping around. If you land like that, it seems like you're less likely to get all kinds of injuries, and especially this one.
So,
what we doing? I do a lot of performance training with a lot of the guys I used to teach. I haven't taught in a while, but plyometrics. Is what it sounds like you're telling me as far as what guys need. And I seen that when I think we were in Vegas when we were watching the guys training in the
slam ball.
And then in the weight room we seeing, and I was looking and talking to the guys, I think Chicago, the guys, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? You can tell because I teach landing, I teach ankle flexibility, calf mobility, everything starts from the calf and down and the ankle up. So when you have that strength in those extremities, you can tell that there be no injuries, even in the MCL, PCL, ACL, all of those things. You could get into glute activation with the VMOs, all that stuff. So I look at players now and I look at their frames and I look at when you talk about landing and then explosion right back up, they're not being taught that. They're not even interested in it. They don't understand it. And that's causing a lot of people to stay on the band work and get away from the real explosion and the technique of it all.
Can I ask you a question? Okay, so when you look at these guys and all of the explosions is happening when they're taken off, right? Right? They do the negative step where one leg goes back, and then they're trying to push off of it. Track is kind of like the same movement, but no one's tearing their Achilles off the start. So is there something that they need to be following that track is doing for that back support that basketball movement just doesn't do?
You are thinking exactly like the dude who founded P3. He loves, like, every elite track athlete lands with their foot with the toes up, which makes you instantly activate your Achilles and then your quads and your glutes. So the force of landing is spread between these three joints, right? Mm-hmm. In basketball, like, the reason every athlete does that in track is because if you don't, you won't be fast enough to make the Olympics, right? Like, this is the way to move fast. In basketball, you might make it to the league with a good handle, good court vision, being a bunch of ways, right? You don't have to be good at this exact thing to make it. So, but that's what you should do. That's how you want to move. All right, just was talking to Marcus about this, and he was saying that, a theory that he would want to investigate is these guys who have had sore calf muscles, right? So they've done something, probably the same biomechanics that threatened their Achilles earlier threatened their calf, right? So they've hurt something, they've strained something, which means that the muscles that should absorb, like, the force of that tough landing behind you and slow your foot down as it goes into dorsiflexion, they call it, they're not slowing it down. So your foot is, your lower leg is flying into this extreme position at a higher speed, which puts more force in your Achilles than if you had those muscles working properly.
I found also that that muscle stabilization for those ankle and those calf fibers come with activating all of those weak muscles. So a lot of times when you land, you got those weak muscles on those explosion points because you don't know how to work those muscles yet, right? Especially if you're not training, just like golf. You start swinging the wrong way, you wake up in the morning, your shit fucked up. You feel paralyzed, but once you start doing it enough, you strengthening those weaker muscles that even when you sprain your ankle, if you got enough ankle strength, you can bounce right back up, right? And even if you do a mid sprain or a mild sprain, you can be full strength in the morning if you ice and do it right. That's if you've already been training it. So I think the guys that went away from a lot of the plyometrics that I learned in high school, that we carried on in college, that it was free for us to do in the pros because now you got your own regimen. But now I don't know what these guys are doing because a lot of the guys aren't as explosive as they should be, not based on their natural given abilities, but the shit that you've worked towards, that training shit. Like, you got what you came in here with, but what did you build on? Let's see what the build was now. Like, I don't see none of that. So I think that's a lot of maintenance for injury prevention is one thing, but if you're not building to be stronger, it's gonna fuck up.
What about those insoles in your shoes that make your feet stronger, right?
So there's a whole chapter of the book about shoes, and basically, like,
it's a good question. I'm just being real.
Nothing's good. Like, the shoe research, there is not research that shoes have ever prevented a sports injury, right? They might, but it hasn't been researched that way. And, like, for a lot of the exercises that they do at P3, they have NBA players in there working out really hard, but they ask you to take your shoes off because a lot of shoes put your heel up and your toes down, which increases injury risk for explosive landings and jump. So, yeah, I mean, shoes are kind of a sad story, and I think that we'll have better stuff in the future once they really start doing biomechanical research about, like, what actually correlates with, like, better performance and healthier athletes. But right now, I don't think we have good research on it, and I think everyone's kind of making it up.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you just think about in history, like, most of the guys who actually get off the ground with explosion, nothing there. It's usually guys that are in the middle of taking off. Right? So when you think about the Jordans and all these guys who's flying.
Strong ass ankles.
Right? Their ankles are strong as shit for them to go up and come down and go. So it's like there's nothing there, but it's on taking off. So it's like
They was playing on feet.
Like it's like, should you focus more on like working on your feet movement, right? Working on your feet stability, like doing a lot of sand work and strengthening up those ligaments around the foot.
LeBron just needed
because that's what I said. I ran track
man.
in high school, so I was track before basketball. So the things that we did, walking on our heel to strengthen up our shins, so we didn't have shin splints. So I'm thinking about all those movements we didn't do as a group in the NBA. And I'm like, well, I didn't have ankle sprains. I never wore tape, but my ankles are strong enough because I always did the same exercises. So I'm trying to figure out if they start implementing those back in, could that help?
Yes. I think the answer is yes. I think it's exactly that. Everything the track guys do is good, right? Everybody at P3, they start with a dowel test. So you take like a piece of metal on the ground, and then you just jump horizontal back and forth across it as many times as you can in 8 seconds. And if they see that you're landing well with your toes up and you're absorbing force in your hips, etc., then you move to bigger plyometrics. Eventually, after weeks and months, you get to like 5 tall plyometric boxes in a row, like 48 inches or whatever, and you just go boing. You don't even touch them. You just jump clear over them all in a row. Yeah. Massive forces, right? If you don't land with good form, this would cause an injury. But they want you to train that, right? They want you to be neurologically elite in how you put your feet on the ground and how you absorb force and how you spring to the next one. And once you get that real training, which is built on weeks and months and years, then you're ready to prevent injuries, right? Now you're ready to attempt a layup, get bumped in the air, and then put your foot out in a way that you don't even think about, but that's not going to tear your Achilles or your ACL.
So Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about all these Achilles injuries going on in the league before the draft yesterday, and here was his answer.
We are looking at it, and in fact, we had already convened a panel of experts before Tyrese's most recent Achilles rupture. So we had 7 this year. We had 0 last year under the exact same circumstances. And the most we've ever had in a season is 4. NFL has had a rash of Achilles issues as well. So the purpose of convening those experts is to try to figure out what's going on. It's interesting, when we look back at the last 10 years, the majority of the Achilles injuries have happened before the All-Star break. So it's not clear it's the number of games. And as you know, modern NBA players, even when they're not playing games, sometimes in the summer, they're working harder than they are during the season when they're playing 3 games a week. They're often playing every day. Some experts think it may have more to do with youth basketball. It may have as much to do with what they do from 10 to 19. Increasingly, they're single sport athletes. These guys train also harder than when I talk to veteran players now. I was talking to Andre Iguodala the other day, the head of the Players Association. He's saying he's counseling a lot of these players that they need more rest on their body in the off season. I mean, you've got guys working out 3 times a day. So I'm hopeful that by looking at more data, by looking at patterns, this is one area where AI, people are talking about how that's going to transform so many areas. The ability with AI to ingest all video that of every game a player has played in, to see if you can detect there's some pattern that we didn't realize that leads to an Achilles injury, whether it's associated with calf injuries. We really don't know, but we're taking it very seriously.
So we heard what Adam Silver said, but Henry, I got to ask you, how preventable are most of the injuries that we are seeing today?
A lot. I mean, a lot of things are preventable. I don't want to make fun of Adam. I think he's a good commissioner and everything, but didn't it seem a little like he was like, oh, it's youth basketball.
It's everybody else's fault but them.
Yeah, I know. It's the NFL. Come on, just turn off the lawyer for a second. You know what I mean? It's also possible playing NBA basketball causes Achilles injuries, right? It happened on TV. We saw it.
10 to 19. 10 to 19. Before we come to the league. No, I get it.
But yeah, the league also has a 10-year relationship with this place P3 I wrote the book about, and I think this panel is going to find out that the best way to ascertain what happens to cause injuries is the place that's 30 years into studying that exact thing with granular movement data, right? It's not going to be, they're not going to find the answer from an epidemiologist, in population studies and wherever they're going to use. They're going to find it from exactly how Tyrese Halliburton puts his foot down and how his hips bend and all this stuff in the weeks and months and years before, right? This is where the trainable preventions are for all of these things. So it's coming. Like, I think this is coming to all of us a whole different way. We're not going to use MRIs anymore to figure out who's at injury risk. We're going to use how healthy players move and see, just like we do with heart attacks, right? If you go to the doctor now, they know if you're at risk for a heart attack 10 years before, and they start addressing it before, right? We're going to start doing that with these injuries. They're already doing it in Santa Barbara, right, for a bunch of NBA players right now, where we're just going to look and see, look, your big risk is in your right hip, or someone else's big risk might be in their left calf, but they're going to train you away from your biggest risk thing so that we won't get injuries down to zero. But there's a guy named Jeremy Bettle who's in the book who took this kind of practice to the NHL team in Toronto, and they had zero, with all these screenings all the time, and they kept checking how everyone's moving, and they had zero non-contact injuries during the years he was there. So, like, I think we can have way fewer injuries in sports if we do this smarter.
Well, I hope we do, Henry, because obviously we enjoy watching high-level basketball with high-level players, so I hate to see all these guys that are going to be missing extended time entering this year. But we appreciate you so much for taking time out of your schedule to pull up to Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Everybody, make sure you go grab the book Ballistic. Available now wherever you get your books. Henry Abbott, the legend. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you very much. That was fun.
Thank you. True hoop. They know ball. But let's keep this thing moving. Let's shift back over to the NBA draft. We got to talk about one of the biggest storylines that happened at the draft last night. So we talked about how Ace Bailey didn't work out or meet with any teams ahead of the draft, reportedly making him the only U.S.-based prospect that chose to go that route. Well, it was reported that Bailey had a list of preferred destinations in mind with that strategy, which did not include the Utah Jazz. But he ended up being selected by the Utah Jazz. Yep. So here's a photo of Bailey on stage with Commissioner Adam Silver after getting drafted to Utah. I'll let you be the judge at his look. Very, I think, in shock, perhaps. Beautiful moment. We've zoomed in on the face. This is his draft day moment. 5th overall pick. Danny Ainge said, "You coming anyway." LaQuinn Dickey. So in his press conference, Bailey was asked if he knew the Jazz had interest in him. Here was his response.
Just a blessing. I mean, to look at me smiling hard right now because I know the hard work, the sacrifices, the blood, the sweat, the tears, not just from me, but my family put into this. So to look at me and just smiling at me right now. So I'm just blessed to be here.
Bless, young man.
Had you had any idea they had any interest in you?
No idea.
Perhaps he may have had an idea if he actually met with them prior to the draft. But
you knew where he was going.
This is easy.
So when asked if he was happy, if he was happy to be in Utah, here's what the prospect out of Rutgers said.
I mean, I can control what I control, so how they feel. But to my team and me, me focusing on the basketball and them doing what they're doing, so it happens.
I'm also noticing with the draft hats, they seem like they should have an extension in the back for guys with long hair. It's hard to put them things on, man. This is your draft moment.
Happy to me.
So despite the reports of Bailey not wanting to go to Utah, President of Basketball Operations Austin Ainge told ESPN about Bailey, "We really like him as a player and fit in our program." So based on the information that we have, did Ace Bailey play himself throughout this draft process?
I think the people that said he wasn't going to get drafted played himself.
Mm-hmm. That he wasn't going to get drafted?
We knew he was going to get drafted.
Or he was going to
Who said he wasn't going to get drafted?
No, he said he was going to fall.
Fall to where?
Lottery, probably.
Hell no, he was going to 6.
Hey, where is 5?
Utah.
Who has that team? Who controls that team?
Danny Ainge.
Ownership.
D-Wade is a part of the ownership group.
The city owns it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not a part of the collective association. They ain't like New Orleans. They on the outside. If they want to send a message, like we saying, send him a message.
Send who?
Ace. You're not bigger than the league.
Ryan
Smith,
if
you let this go where you want shit go, you're gonna deal with it for the next 10 years. So they had to nip it in the bud at some point. But he got all the way down to 5. He didn't get to go where he wanted to go. But
yeah, which was 6.
So, he went far. He got close. Because he didn't think they was gonna have interest in him. So that's a league team that's like, get him, and we'll figure it out.
Wait, so you just pick them just to send a message?
Yeah, figure it out.
What's the message?
Well, they were high on Bailey.
You'll have to play here. Remember the old shit back in the day?
I'll have to play here?
Yeah. Remember the shit when you got drafted to your team, you got to play? Don't give a fuck if you like it here or not. You gonna play.
But why would you draft me somewhere and I don't want
You're the best available.
But I'm
Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
If I'm Utah Jazz, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm the best available. I gotta get you. I don't care what you think or where you want to go, boy. You can come over here with us.
Yeah,
you gonna learn to like it here.
I get you for 4 years. It don't matter.
You gonna learn to like it here.
You're not gonna force me to trade you.
It got it worse than that.
Like, I mean, I know. That's what I said. Everyone knew where he was going. He was going to DC.
I think he wanted to go to the Wizards or Brooklyn at 8, but he wasn't going to be on the
So
board
he didn't.
anymore.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't care about the money that he's losing in the draft. His destination was DC. If they pass on him, then he's trying to get to Brooklyn.
Okay.
Because whatever he lost in the draft, he was getting that shit in shoe contract money just being in Brooklyn.
Gotcha.
So those were the 2 teams that he wanted to go to.
It's a power move.
Yeah.
They was trying to make a power move.
Gotcha.
Well, Utah's great for him.
So Utah,
Not
he's
bad.
sitting there like, I just need one more.
But you know the reason why? Because AJ's coming next year.
But still, they could play together.
I don't want to play there. That's why it didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Oh, damn, I did it on, I didn't work out for you, damn. Get the memo, nigga, don't pick me.
But
Damn.
you think the workout was going to trump all the tape that we have on you at Rutgers?
That's what I was
hoping.
That's what I was saying
You
about
might as
the
well
shit.
go to the
That's what I
workout
was saying to this thing right here. I'm like, bro, what are you talking? You don't need to see me. You see my tape.
I'm crazy.
What are you
I'm
talking
crazy.
about?
He should have did that.
It was
I'm
more just
crazy.
meeting though.
He should have.
Fuck the meeting. Meet me. Now you get to meet me.
He should have just went to the
See, now
workout.
I didn't even have to work out with your ass and you want to
That's what he should have did. Went there, got cooked.
Oh,
Fucked up the meeting.
He should have did that, got cooked. Like, whoa.
Nobody can do that.
Huh?
Nobody can do that. Mentally, you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, mentally, man.
I know you can't,
hold
but
on now, nigga.
I mean, you could dog a workout.
you can dog a
Go to the
workout.
workout and then not. Then
No, you
leave.
can compete, but you know, you just out here missing. Like,
nah. Once you there, you there. Once you there, nah.
Somebody going there.
Once you there, you there.
No, you just go, no, you go by yourself.
Because you go by yourself. Just go by yourself and
Yeah,
shit terrible.
One year the number.
Nah, you just gotta eat a lot of shit before the workout or something, man. You just farting and shitting and throwing up and shit. I can't man.
I mean, at that point, you go there, you might as well just go get. Hey, man, Dylan, come on, man. Let me get my number 2 pick back. Shit, I went to this motherfucker. And then let me go ahead and go to the goddamn Spurs, man. I'm sorry, y'all. This is not one of the places I was even thinking about going.
Nah, he didn't work out for Philly though.
Huh? He didn't want to go to Philly. They got Paul George still.
Did not work out for anybody.
But
canceled on Philly.
Think about those things.
Canceled
Think
on
about the Spurs and Philly.
Didn't even get a free
fit for
chance for
him.
him.
Them are two.
Yeah.
This is a good fit, even if he like it or not.
Yeah, for him to play.
Yeah,
For him
like
to play,
it
but
or
you
not.
don't want to be like.
I know.
I don't want to be in Philly because you have a team. Cool. I don't want to be there. I've already talked to Washington. I'm the man.
No, I mean,
I'm good. I'm good.
I get it. I hear what you're saying too. Like, how old is he?
Small forward.
Bro, fuck all that. You get to put up shots. You're the
you get to
guy.
play
Like,
every night.
They can't afford to not play you over there.
Every night.
like give me the ball.
Man, listen. Yeah,
He can turn into little KD. He can turn into little
shooting that
KD.
bitch every night.
Yeah, I can be Donovan Mitchell.
For sure.
So do we think
I hit ball and niggas say I'm overrated and I can't be the number 1 option. Yeah,
For
that's
3
what,
years.
That's what I want my legacy to be.
3 years.
I'm out here averaging 25 and niggas like, that nigga trash. Like, damn. I'm out here 50 and niggas like, yeah, that nigga trash.
Oh, man.
I don't want that for my life.
That's not real.
I don't want that for my life.
That's not real.
I don't want that.
You didn't hear what he said the other day. It was a day and a half ago. He picked that same guy in his top 5.
Yeah.
Because the East is open this
Top
year.
5. So you went from being trash.
I've been doing
to
this
top
for
5.
8 years.
Gotta give me some time.
10 years.
Give me some time.
10 years.
I'll become your top 5 in some time. Give me some time.
Listen, everybody out in the East, he got
Give
a
me
good
some
chance.
time. I'll
It took
become
me
your top
10 years to get.
Listen, everybody out in the East, he got a good chance next year.
That's true.
It was number 1 last year.
Hey, Drew Hanlon, you better leave me alone.
Damn.
Mr. B, sent a warning out.
Listen, all right. Every time you just say something, somebody get. Somebody, leave me alone.
Leave
This
Mr. B
nigga,
alone.
like, no.
Leave
Look,
Mr. B
no.
alone.
Every time he say something back, somebody want to stupid.
No.
Go there.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Leave me alone.
Listen to what I'm saying. When we talk about Donovan
Leave me
Mitchell,
alone.
right? Every year, his rookie season is his worst, averaging 20.5.
Made the playoffs.
So as a rookie, 20.5, 4 and 4 is his worst numbers. God. And he's a 2-time All-NBA player. That's it. Right now, if he retired, he's scratching to try to be a Hall of Famer.
Averaging 20-something every year.
Average 20-something every single season.
Playoffs, too.
He got the first team this year for the first time. And he's been in the playoffs every year? Every year.
Every year in the playoffs. Damn.
So we feel like Jazz sending
you don't want to go to no small city.
Jazz sending a message.
They don't treat you right.
The Jazz sending a message to Ace Bailey. We don't care what you want. I was gonna say boy, but the internet's been on me the past couple of days. But we don't care what you want.
Boy,
you're coming to play here. So Quinn Dickey.
Man,
You're gonna work.
If I'm Utah,
but
man,
do we
I'm
think
doing
he stays?
I'm doing the same thing.
Shit, I wanted to go to Miami too.
I wanted to go to the Knicks.
I went to Minnesota. You think I wanted to
go to Swaggy, you wanted to go to the Clippers? Gil, where did you want to go?
I want to go to LA.
Huh?
Where did you want to go coming out of college into the draft?
Be honest, I ain't even. I'm gonna just be honest.
You had 5 teams short, so.
I almost went to.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't that big to be thinking about like picking teams. Nigga, just draft me.
But what team would you like to go play for?
Then Lakers. I don't even know they had a pick. It's 2001, nigga. That's back to back to back.
Oh, so you want to be
sitting right there?
That was the Devin George.
Sitting right there in that motherfucker just like this.
Devin George pick? Devin George?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't. Nah, he wasn't an undergrad
with them rings.
No, they was on 3 in a row. No, I wouldn't. They were 3 in a row then.
I don't think they had a pick that year.
They didn't have a pick, so.
If I'm not mistaken.
Because trust me, I would have known the nigga who got picked there.
George.
Who the fuck got picked there?
D3.
I was trying
he'd have been the year
I was trying to
before,
go to the Knicks at 7 with Dan Toney.
But you got drafted by Milwaukee, showed up to work, 55
They
picks.
picked Jordan Hill.
Man, I would have been like Penberthy, boy.
They picked Jordan Hill at 7.
My career would have been Penberthy, baby, with a ring at Summer League, thinking I'm the shit. What's happening? Who walked this? Oh, he walked in. Listen, the reason I wanted to be a Laker, bro. Listen, listen, y'all got it, y'all. Brother, if you went to the Pyramid and played in Summer League and watched the Lakers come through,
yes,
the way he walked in the building,
it was a spectacle,
right? You would have thought he was goddamn Shaq Kobe. Like, damn, look at damn.
An assortment of work from the South Bay.
Sure, like, damn. I don't even know who he is, but he the man right now.
Mike Penberthy. I mean,
Penberthy, dog.
We'll come in and give you a jumper.
I went out there with a flamethrower.
We'll come give you the Penberthy.
He was Lemon Daddy before Lemon Daddy, but didn't get Lemon Daddy time.
He was the original predecessor to Caruso and Lemon Daddy.
Yeah, he was a Caruso and Lemon Daddy. He was the white man that came through there. Everybody stopped.
Remember Mike?
Yeah, nigga, Mike Penberthy.
Lemon Pepper.
Yeah.
He was our assistant.
That was the first that was the first superstar I seen in Summer League.
Mike Penberthy.
It was him, and then all of the Clippers, just matched his energy. That's how big he was. I was like, damn, man, I just want to be on that team.
So how do we see this situation playing out for Ace Bailey in Utah? It's not a bad spot for him to be in to at least get some numbers.
It's not a bad spot.
Get to potentially be the man. Jazz are up and coming squad.
Reality is reality, man.
Just hope.
You got to play.
Just hope. You're in the league. Be grateful.
You can leave when you're a free agent.
There's a lot of dudes who don't get picked. So you are going to a situation where you can play.
And a lot of dudes who do.
Man.
Wait, who's the small forward over there?
Jalen Williams' brother.
Like he ain't got no name. Cody Williams'
brother.
That's who the coach?
Ooh.
Hardy?
No.
Somebody new.
I'm just saying we don't know nothing about them over there. I mean, just be honest. Like,
I just know
Will Hardy.
Yeah, I just know my man Jordan Clarkson over there.
And the two bigs, right?
Collins is there.
Clarkson go somewhere.
What position? What?
He's nice.
Yeah, Collins is not.
They got the guard.
Collier
is good.
Isaiah Collier, Sexton, Markkanen, John Collins, Walker Kessler, future Laker.
So John
right
Collins.
now, he's on the roster right now. But
Collins
is the 4.
Okay, he may be coming to LA as well.
4.
No, Walker's the 3. Who's the 3?
No, Collins has come off the bench.
Huh?
The 3 is.
Who's their small forward?
Laurie Markkanen right now.
KJ is the starting small forward.
Markkanen is the 4, right?
He plays the 3.
He's playing the 3 right now. So
Also, Mark. Wow.
They have Collins listed, who just signed.
So at the 4, right? So they got marketing at the 3.
Marketing. Who's a shooting guard?
He been running
Keontae
around with
George.
that 3 game.
And Collins Sexton.
Starting at the 2?
Yeah, I didn't want. I'll be mad too if I'm going there. Then.
I'm not
It
at
is
all.
Utah though, a fine city.
I'm playing with marketing. I'm playing with marketing.
You ain't playing. Who you playing in front of? Sexton?
Some of those people will not be there.
Who you playing in front of? Marketing? He's a 3. It's the position you play.
But even if I'm coming off the bench to start the season and prove myself, let me get in. Coach, you're going to have to put me in eventually.
We going to work you.
You going to have to, yeah, man, we going to work you, man.
Y'all gotta think there's NBA players there. No matter if they team suck, there's a nigga in my position.
Oh, for sure.
So,
well, wouldn't that be fair
Mark,
for
the
every
nigga, the position I am, that's their best player.
No, he's not. Come on, man.
That's the best player. Like what?
He's not playing the fucking.
He plays. No, not what he plays the 3.
Who's they center?
See, now you want to
Walker
move the
Kessler.
small forward to center.
Walker Kessler, but he'll be coming to LA very soon.
If we trade for him.
In a trade. So he'll be a Lakers.
If we trade for Kessler. But right now,
Rob, do something.
The 3.
Do something, Rob.
Kessler for?
That's what I'm saying. The record. That's what I'm saying. No matter what the record is, it's the people that's there. Yeah, I know.
Man, that's his spot.
They're not just
So they're gonna get rid of they really gonna get rid of my all-star. I'm gonna bench him for the rookie. Come on.
No, not the all-star, but the rest of you niggas can move.
Yeah, come on, man.
So now I gotta play my small. Like I can only put him at the shooting guard.
So you can shooting guard? You gonna move it
Marklin's
around.
a 4.
You gonna move it around.
But I'm not. But he wants
You
to play.
put Marklin and him in.
I want to put it like so. Then I gotta put what Kessler or Collins.
Nah, because we know
Collins.
that
I just signed Collins.
2-3 is interchangeable.
No,
I'm about to say, yeah.
They
Interchangeable.
trying to trade Collins.
The 2-3, yeah.
Traded.
I'm about to-
Yeah. No, he didn't.
The
2-3,
no,
yeah.
I put Sexton at the 1.
Yeah.
I'm playing Sexton at the
gone.
1 and letting Ace play the 2.
gone.
Marketing at the 3, Collins, and then
You still got Keontae George though.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Y'all just.
You can have, hey,
There's a
start
reason
Keontae.
he didn't work out for them niggas, man. I don't want to go there.
It's not
got
your
my
choice,
position,
it's the
dog.
draft, sir. It's a draft.
I mean, no, I get it. I mean, I'm not drafting nobody.
And we picked you. All right, well, let's keep this thing moving. So we asked the chat, did Ace Bailey play himself? 65% of the chat says yes. We shall see. We'll see what he does this summer league, what he does next season if the Jazz make some moves, how it ends up working out for him.
He got drafted.
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
But now
He's
we're
the number
going
2 pick. Like that's what I'm saying. If I'm
He
him,
wasn't the number 2 pick at all.
yeah, he was.
No.
He was the number 2 pick.
Man, hey, I seen Harper number 2. It'd be fucking weird.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you.
Before
Okay,
that.
you're right.
Thank you. Learn to do that. Shut the fuck up sometimes.
Okay, well, getting a little tensions here in the arena. But
the best thing you
on a positive side, I do have some positive news for y'all. Today's podcast is sponsored by Rough Greens.
Damn.
Sometimes in life, if you want to get to the truth, you got to look at the numbers. Unfortunately, 50% of all dogs over 10 years old will die of cancer, and the other 40 to 50% will suffer miserably from skin issues or joint problems. And this is widely attributed to your dog's diet. These numbers are what inspired Dr. Dennis Black to create Rough Greens. So here is the good news. Here's the positivity, ladies and gentlemen. With thousands of testimonials and 5-star reviews every month, Rough Greens is now the #1 all-natural dog supplement in America. They've helped millions of pups stay active and be healthy, and your pup could be next. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. You just cover shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. Just use promo code ARENA. That's RUFF greens.com, promo code ARENA. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. All right, so we talked about Ace Bailey, the Jazz. Let's shift it over back to the Eastern Conference. Sixers had the 3rd pick and selected the athletic guard VJ Edgecombe out of Baylor instead of taking a chance on Ace Bailey. So as for the Sixers overall, president of basketball ops Daryl Morey had a positive Joel Embiid update yesterday, which we will share with you. Said Embiid is very engaged in rehab. Quote, very engaged. Shout out to the Underdog NBA account. Very engaged in rehab. Expected to be ready right around training camp. So right around also in quotations. Very engaged and right around also in quotations. So right around training camp is open to interpretation. Right around. Right around training camp. So it looks like the Sixers are adding Edgecombe to a roster with a healthy Embiid, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Jared McCain, who was probably the Rookie of the Year frontrunner last season prior to getting injured. So are you sold on this current Sixers roster?
I can show you one too. Yeah.
With a very engaged Embiid.
If they're healthy.
He's very engaged.
I mean, if they're healthy, yeah. The way the East is, the East is open. So, you know, the Bucks they don't have Dame.
Indiana Pacers, they're not going to come back the same without Tyrese. So if they are trying to make a run or try to make a run at it, this is the time this year. I think for Cleveland too, and the Knicks, all of them, like this is the time for you to try to go get it. So if he's very engaged, and
he'll be ready right around,
training camp. I mean, this is your best opportunity for me to meet next year for you to try to win a championship or come out of the East.
Very engaged. Embiid in his rehab will be ready right around training camp. So let's move over to Suni. Suni, are you sold on this current Sixers roster? Is the process to be trusted?
What do I call it?
You call it processed meat.
And what is that, good for you or bad for you?
In general, processed meat is not the most ideal option. In the right situation, the seasoning, sauce, I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The glizzy will get it done.
Glizzy dogs and you know what I'm saying? But when you're talking about basketball, like when to pass on that type of shit, you want to be shitting all the time.
It does.
Constipation.
It does.
Yeah. A lot of that shit spew out onto the podcasts and shit.
It does not keep your stomach right.
No? You're not rolling?
I wouldn't have told you. Philly's a fucking funeral, so it's just, yeah.
But even with all the teams that are not coming back strong, you still don't think they can make some type of...
They're going to find a way to fuck it up. The city love the game more than the players.
Some very passionate fans in Philadelphia. This is not for you. We respect your passion.
No, the Philly deserve it. They just won the Super Bowl. Then they own high horse.
Right.
They like, man, what?
So they should be trying to make moves to get all three of them out? Or just keep Tyrese?
How many times have they been in a rebuilding stage?
Well, it's been a process.
It has been processing.
So I'm just saying, you know, on the computer when that shit just keeps circling.
The buffering signal.
Right, how long you gonna let that motherfucker keep doing that before you realize you need to start the whole shit over, unplug it, the whole nine? That's it.
The problem is instead of cutting it out, it'd be like 2% more. Like,
and you be like, I got it. It's loading.
I'm at 98%. I'm right in.
And then you see error. That 98%. That is the error. Then you gotta start all the way over again. Oh my God. Did it piss you off? Yeah, it's at 98%. That was right there.
It was right there.
Swaggy, are you sold on the current Sixers roster?
Nah, hell no. They need to start giving out chicken pizza again at the games.
Chicken pizza?
Chicken Pete? No, Chicken Pete.
Chicken P?
It's like Philly cheese sandwiches and shit. Oh my God, that shit was fire. It's Chicken Pete.
Chicken Pete.
Chicken Peak.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit fire, bro. Best thing and everything about the game in Philly.
Chicken Pete.
Chicken?
Yeah, because you did play in Philly.
He did. Yeah, I gave him like 30.
Practice facility was at a LA Fitness.
I gave him 30.
Wait, say it again, what?
I gave him like 33 on the bench.
Facility was at a LA Fitness. I promise you.
Chickies and
They didn't have their own practice facility?
At a LA Fitness?
Practice and there's people in there working out.
But they have a facility now. Allen Iverson has a statue at the Sixers facility, I believe. Undersized
statue. At a LA Fitness.
LA Fitness?
Excuse me, dog.
I wonder why.
Excuse me, bro.
Nigga, on everything.
Excuse me, bro. Hey, bro.
Hit on the glass.
It was a gym. It was like a gym membership, bro.
We the Sixers, bro. We need to.
And they just tell you, I got to get a couple more shots up.
Watching us practice, working out on the machines and shit. Like, man, it's crazy, bro.
Media, y'all should now apologize to Allen Iverson again. Because ain't no way that superstar was going to LA Fitness.
It's a gym, man. I just said but it's a gym membership.
Yeah, you got a gym membership? Nah, that nigga got to be home, man.
Y'all got to wait. We got a member on the court.
Y'all selling memberships on his name.
Ain't that kind of like the Clippers?
AI gonna be here.
AI gonna be here.
The Clippers was at the Spectrum.
The Weingart
YMCA, man.
The Weingart YMCA.
No way.
Down the street from.
No
used
way.
to go to train.
Y'all got to hold up. We got a Bible study going on right now.
No, it went to the Spectrum. That was the upgrade, but it was YMCA.
No way. Insane.
The Young Men's Christian Association.
Nah.
That was weird. It was weird walking in there.
People ask for autographs. You walking through people to get to your car and shit. That shit was crazy, bro.
Shout out to the YMCA, though.
Man.
Have a good time. Get yourself a meal. Do whatever you feel. But
that's fucked up.
That's not Gil not sold on the Sixers roster, I would imagine. But Joel Embiid very engaged in his rehab, Gil.
Very.
Oh, he's engaged.
Yeah. No, not engaged, Gil. He's very engaged.
So he's answering his phone.
So he's very engaged.
Yeah, I mean, Like, what does that actually mean? Engaged means what? He's showing up to the gym? Is he saying, yeah, I'm doing it, boss? Like, what is engaged?
One Chipotle burger.
Yeah, what is
one Chipotle?
What is engaged? Like, he's engaged in the rehab, meaning he's okay, and yeah, I'm going to do this. Like, he just had another surgery right before or after All-Star break or before All-Star break, another meniscus tear. Like, I mean, at this point, we got to ask the question, how much fucking meniscus he got left? At this point, probably 5% to none, which means he's going to have bone on bone, which is going to be irritating him throughout the season, which he's going to have to load manage again. Him and his body load managing means what? Going to be out of shape, overweight. I mean, okay, yeah, he's going to average 32 and 12, but yes. But how many games am I going to have him? He's going to actually have a chance to win games. Remember, at some point, there's going to be a point in time when even if you get the playoffs, there's going to be game every other day, traveling. His body at this moment in time will not be able to hold up because the structure is not what it used to be.
So my question would be then, is Philly's whole and sole problem injuries?
Yeah,
So
especially if they big.
Because what I want to get to the root of, if he is, like the question is, if he is ready to go Joel Embiid, do they have an opportunity to make a difference?
If he ready to go.
So Maxey and him, just to say Paul George is still a question mark. You got McCain, you got certain guys that are gonna be ready to go. If he answers the bell, shows up.
Man, he got a chance to win one.
To me, like I said, I'm still not rolling with Philly, but it changes the way they look if he plays the way that we're not expecting him to play. Like if that's like to me the positive side of what could happen if he does come back too early and all that is if he looks good.
They could win.
And if he looks really good,
they look good.
Win what?
And the East is down.
If
no, I don't think
back,
I don't think they can win. But I'm just saying, but it will revitalize him. It'll revitalize him though. Like for him to come back and have a good season. I don't think we put the pressure on him to come back and have a good season and win.
No.
You just say come back
but
and
if
look
he comes
good.
back, he's winning.
No.
If he plays 70 games and they come up,
But he's never played 70 games. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. If he does, if he actually comes back and he's like, yo, I played 70 this year. Y'all didn't think I was gonna play 55. That's what I'm saying. Like the outcome and outlook of Philly changes. Regardless if they win or not, it's like he plays 70 games. This is how he looks to us now.
Who's in
Paul George, Maxey, what y'all
him?
I don't know. He's only in his way.
Philly, the person that's in y'all way is your best player. It's not about his game.
I know.
If we say if he plays 72 regular seasons, we know playoffs might be like because now the games are fast.
You talking about on the burnout side?
Just his body.
You saying he's not gonna last?
The body's not gonna last
because he hasn't done it because he hasn't proven it.
Like you know what I mean? Like structurally,
that's what I'm saying.
Structurally, his body. Like you're talking about, it's arthritic. These are arthritic bones now. These are bad hips now, right?
So him to play is 70 games.
Like remember the year
we can't
the year before
the playoffs.
We've been punishing him though.
He averaged 34 last year, not this year. 34.
The load management for him trying to play because he's trying to play more.
34.
You can't play him less minutes.
So
you can't play him less minutes.
All he needs to play 75 games, all including the playoffs.
He's never. But you play 75 games, including the playoff, nigga. Your team's not winning nothing. You're not winning. Remember, he had the scoring title. I mean, he had MVP and scoring title, and got beat out by the Knicks because he wasn't healthy.
He just needs to win 20 in them playoff games. That's it.
Remember, he won MVP.
But no Tatum in Boston. I'm just saying, if he like him, no Tatum, no Tyrese,
no Dame.
No, come on, he got
those games. Those games are going every other day. His body can't do it. Like comes a point in time where your body physically can't. I'm 100 today, and I played to 50. With a day of rest, it only gets me back to 75. It don't get me back to 100 like these young dudes.
But
So
the
I'm going into
reason
a
why-
second game
it's the
at
reason
75
why.
to push me to 25 to get back to 50. Going to game 7s won't work for him.
But-
He couldn't play in this championship round.
What's the reason why?
He would have been done game 6 and 7 physically.
Reason why physically is because what? He's
Bad habits,
He's out
condition,
of shape.
bad habits.
So,
he should've
man,
played
like
it-
we
he
just
should've played
talked to
with the
this
USA
dude right here, right?
Henry Abbott.
If I was in good rapport with athletes, they would come to me and I'd get them right. All the way, 100%. Because I know what I'm doing, I've seen the results. When you trim down, not for the sake of I lost weight, for the sake of me finding out what my BMI is, finding out where my center is, where I can take
Still
my
be
peak,
strong.
so I can actually build from this. You got to take your body weight all the way back down to that. So when you do, you'll find out that you're a lot lighter than you thought. Like you didn't think you was scraping your feet when you walk, bottom of your heels is because you fat. Right?
No,
You don't know you fat until somebody show you fat. Like, look, this all fat shit you doing.
I feel like
fat
you're looking
shit
at
make
me
you
and
lazy.
telling me I'm
No.
fat.
No, you're not fat. You looking at me. You just big bone. Big bone.
On behalf of fat people, we know.
Not a damn thing. You got big fingers.
We know when we're fat, we just don't care.
No, nigga, you gonna eat fat when you get older. You got big fingers. Big Uncle Nick. Let me get a black. Let me get a black.
Damn.
But
but this is the training, the whole training regimen for it, for a guy like him and Zion and all those guys is first nutrition. Second, man, stay in the gym on your understanding your core, your body, and your strengths. And if you can't, you gon' fuck around and you gonna keep doing that bone on bone shit. Cause there is something you can compensate with bone on bone, and that's your weight. Cause it's how much weight you holding on your knees. So that's the only thing you need to change.
So we will see how it works out for the Sixers. Before we move on,
63 some games. And
before we move on, Swaggy, the
he be
chat,
averaging 35.
our Philadelphia fans in the chat wanted you to know it's Chicky and Pete.
Oh, Chicky and Pete.
Chicky and Pete's. They have three Chickies and Pete's.
Shit again.
$3
Oh.
domestic bottles at happy hour, or a half-size pizza is one of their specials and deals. Shout out
Chicky and Pete.
Chickies and Pete.
Good, bro.
To Chickies
Chicken and
Pete. They're coming together. They both have restaurants. Said we're gonna come together and make our own.
How was the Philly cheesesteaks there?
Fire.
So,
It was all right.
so we have one last thing we need to address here in the arena.
Yeah.
That's it. The same shit. That's all right.
What's it called? Geno's or something like that?
Yeah, Geno's and Pat's are tourist traps. Don't go there. But just letting you know. Just
For real.
old
And the
school.
jewelry spot across the street.
It's like the body shop on Sunset back in the day for those who
Larry
know.
make a
Tourist
better
trap.
cheesesteak than
Tourist trap.
All right, Larry.
Got it worse.
be in there cooking.
But we got one last thing we need to talk about. It involves you, Gil. So you were on First Take last week. Had some lengthy discussions about ring culture. Well, Draymond Green appeared to disagree
Let's go, Draymond.
with your comments about ring culture last week on First Take. You said that rings of players who were second options are not held in the same regard as those who were first options on championship teams. So Draymond went on Threads and posted the following. He said, a bunch of non-champions having championship conversations. This world we live in is crazy. As to which, Gil, you responded. You said, you should thank us for the convo so second options and thirds get a fair judgment. Clay with 4 rings left off the top 75. Pippen has 6 rings and sits 32 all time. 6 people in front of him with no rings. Why? Exclamation point. Not my opinion. It's my research that exposed they don't respect second option rings. So
Come at my friend like that?
No, that was.
I'm not coming at him. What am I coming at? Dog?
we're not done. We're not done. We're not done. That's just the first part.
Right.
No
Draymond
way.
did offer a response. He quite frankly responded back with the following. He said, there would never be a reason for me to thank y'all about anything involving the game of basketball. Not one particular thing. He said anything involving the game of basketball. Not one thing. Not even the Gilbert Arenas provision in the CBA. Nothing. There's also nothing you guys can say or topic y'all can cover that can change anything for me when it comes to the game of basketball or the NBA. Only someone who has never been a champion would think that that's a conversation that would ever matter. Your research was just missing one key perspective, a champion that understands what it means and takes to do so. So it's just a tad bit flawed. Now, God, we'll point out you are a Big 3 champion. You are a Battle Mode 2-on-2 champion.
That's how my motherfucking captain come through. That's how my fucking captain come through.
You know what's something's wrong with y'all?
Okay, here you go. There you go.
The problem is, I say research, you say personal. I'm pretty sure the conversation between them when Clay didn't make it, and they're sitting there asking why and crying and doing all this, someone goes and does the research for you and then gives you the answer. And then you attack the researcher. If you think there's something off about what I'm saying, then you answer the question. Why do you think Clay, at the moment of time when they're voting, has 3 rings, he has 2 All-NBAs, and he has 5 All-Stars? Why would that man be left off the top 75 for number 75, who has 6 All-NBAs and 6 All-Stars? You would think the 3 championships will push him over the top. So if you don't like my fucking research and my answer, then you answer it. And please don't say, I don't care. Come up with an educated answer.
Or don't respond. What if he doesn't care?
32 is Pippen. In front of Pippen is Allen Iverson. So come up with an answer that you can help the public. It has nothing to do with your feelings.
They just kept winning.
Because I seen the answer. I seen when the Isaiah Thomas statement that Isaiah made when he basically said something about KD, where KD basically saved y'all careers and made y'all Hall of Famers, but he gets disrespected, but he saved y'all. Like I seen that interview, which is neither here nor there. I did the research. And all I'm saying is they, not me, bitch, this is not my personal opinion. They, from the research, seems like they don't give 2 shits about second option rings. They're not valuing Scottie Pippen's 6 and 0 and Jordan's 6 and 0. They're not putting Kobe's 5 rings next to Derek Fisher's 5 rings. They're not. Whatsoever. Right? That's not me saying this personally. Right? The people who are voting for you, they never won a championship. And if I ask you right now and say, what is harder to do? Win an MVP or win a championship? What would you say?
Probably harder to win an MVP.
Go. Disagree.
I say it's a championship.
Okay. Now, mathematically, percentage-wise, what is harder? Winning the MVP is one person, right? It's you versus 449 other people. 0.001 chance. Hold on. One. That's MVPs are then. That's because it's one versus the field. 450 people. Now, when it comes to a championship, it's one team versus 29 other teams. Right? That's 17 players versus 433 other players. So your percentage is actually higher winning a ring because it's a team thing and there's 17 of you guys winning. There's only in history, out of all of the NBA, there's only been 36 MVPs. 36 in the game of basketball. There's only actually been 36. So when you think they're voting for your career and who you are as a player, when you're talking about your ranking, do you really believe that they're using rings as the base or they're using your individual accolades? Because, like I said, if I remove the rings, what I'm saying is if you remove the rings and I say, all right.
He's a Hall of Famer.
I get it. No, what I'm saying is.
But why is he not top 75?
Now tell me this. I'm not asking that. I'm not talking about Hall of Fame. If I tell you who resume is better, 6 All-NBAs and 6 All-Stars, or 2 All-NBAs and 5 All-Stars? Which one now belongs in 75? So now you know why Dame was 75 and he was pushed out. His body of work first is what we go off. The ring just solves the tie. If there's a tie, you got 6 All-Stars, you got 6 All-Stars, now I go to the rings. The rings don't supplement your individual greatness that you bring to the game.
I do too.
So when you think about here.
More hype than Clay.
Hold on. So when you talk about Pippen,
wait for him to take a breath. Just jump in.
When you talk about Pippen, and Allen Iverson is in front of him, Allen Iverson has 11 All-Stars, 4 scoring titles, 3-time steals champs, 7 All-NBAs, Rookie of the Year, 2-time All-Star MVP, 1-time All-MVP, right?
And what Clay do right after he didn't make it? Didn't they win the championship again right after that? Don't that like
As a
shut
team.
all that shit off? Like
That's
what winning do. That's the winning mentality.
It shuts it off, but did it change anything? Did he move in front of him? It doesn't. Like that's what I'm saying. You're saying it means that it means something to the person who's doing it. Here's really a thing. What some person said. They said when you can't do anything individually, you use team accolades to justify it.
Damn.
It was a selfish person that said that, right?
Damn, that's
Rashad, please.
That was that was a quote, not my opinion. I'm just giving you my opinion.
That's a bar to me.
What is the bar? Say it.
When you can't do what?
When you don't succeed individually, you use team stuff.
All right, so I have a question.
So if someone says I got MVPs, you say, "Oh, I got team wins. I got a championship."
Rashad, please jump in. Gil's taking a pause.
What y'all are?
What we play the game for?
Man, niggas is winners. I don't know what y'all
What do we play the game of basketball?
Why
What's
do
his
we
name?
cry when we lose?
Aiden Naismith, Mr. Aiden Naismith. Right, we created this game called basketball.
James Naismith?
James.
I thought you were saying Aaron Naismith.
No.
James Naismith?
I just called him A. Smith.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, the game, the essence, man, the thing we grew up so passionately to be around was a team game. I think the top 50 may have fucked it up because they gave an indicator of where you should strive to try to be the top 50 players of all time. They all got jackets and shit. Then you introduce top 75, and then it just becomes not about team at all. Like we have sprouted
Because
seeds.
they can't win. Because they can't win.
We sprouted seeds in the youth to make it now. Like
Can't win.
your resume is stronger than the team, and the team is what's gonna make your resume.
No, it's the opposite.
So why is Karl Malone and John Stockton and all those guys?
See, they don't want to answer that.
Like, what are they? What? Why they what?
Why they in the top 50? And
Nobody cares about those lists.
You see, that's not a.
So y'all making the list. Y'all making the list about basketball. It's not basketball. The essence of basketball is not making the top 75.
Hold on.
Winning championships.
Hold on.
Winning.
Can we?
At the end of the game, I got more points than you.
Let's remove our emotions and talk like experts. When we talk about experts,
we all don't get the same award when we win. It's only a certain person. It's only the first person.
The only reward you get is the win.
So I get a win.
What are you talking about?
So I get a win. I'm a part of something in this ring, and I'm over here still, and I'm looking at.
You're a winner. Is that not enough?
No.
So y'all gotta go play some other shit. If you want to win and some other shit, feel more appreciated.
This is your personal feelings.
Win.
This is your.
When we walk away as winners, we're like, yo. I was an NCAA champion. I cut down the net. No one can ever take that away from me. I don't have to have made no money. I ain't had to make no record book appearance. I ain't had to score the most points. Man, I remember that day. That day gonna live forever.
That's your personal feeling. Then when someone
I think that's what Draymond is talking about too.
We're not talking about, I'm talking about research. You're pretending like I'm coming up with this. You're acting like I'm one of the 100 voters that voted for the criteria. I just do the research that shows you.
Talk about winning.
Because I did the research. When I ask you a question.
So it should be winners that's
when
doing the list.
I ask you the question.
They should change the whole list and let winners do the whole list.
There's NBA players that actually vote. I come up with something and I say, hey.
So that means all the voters should be winners. All the voters should be winners.
Who you think
You never felt the shit. You don't know what it feels like.
Okay.
Hold
on. No.
I mean, the list will be different.
Can you read? Can you read?
So Robert Ory.
Can you read so we can all
Winning
witness?
championships matter, man. Winning matters.
I didn't say it didn't.
It's what we play the game for.
Why are we talking about?
No. I want everybody to hold that thought.
Why niggas feel bad
Hold
for
on.
Tyrese?
I want everybody.
Game 7.
I want you to see y'all.
So top 75.
Okay, no. So listen. So when we say Clay in his 3 rings, his 3 rings is Klay Thompson, and he didn't make the top 75. Tell me who the fuck the voters are.
So the NBA 75th anniversary team was selected by a panel of 88 people, including current and former players, coaches, general managers.
You said current and what?
Current and former players.
Current and formal. Okay.
Coaches, general managers, team and league executives, WNBA legends, and sports writers and broadcasters. So some of this list included Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Tim Duncan, Bill Russell, Julius Erving, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and many more.
Many more.
So those guys, hold on, those guys who are voting as winners, as champions, as top 5, somehow left a guy who has 3 rings off, and you acting like I'm doing something fucked up.
Well,
Klay
Thompson is sitting back, and he's like, man, 75 or not,
listen to
I got 3 chips and a lot of money, dips and all kind of shit.
Hold on. Listen to what y'all said. Remove yourself. The man with 3 rings, and we're saying they matter, and then his peers.
4.
At the time, it was 3. My research, 3, 2, and 5 at the time. His voters are other champions, dog. That's voting. They voted. Not me, nigga. They voted. Say the name again so we can see who we can blame for it. Not who
voted. Is it possible that the voters didn't vote for who they like because they don't like the nigga?
Okay, now see the excuses. Now you see the
exactly.
So vote.
So why does he have to be in somebody's list?
You just said
he's
winner.
a champion.
It's so important.
It ain't important.
Winner.
It's not important.
Why are you offended with information? He came at me. I'm giving information.
Somebody that lost can't talk about winning.
I'm giving.
You're giving me all.
I'm not giving you. No. Wait, hold on.
Exactly.
I'm not giving
That's what we're doing. We're going back in time, digging up bullshit information, bringing it to 2025 like it's relevant now.
Man,
that shit is old.
The top 75 just got to.
Wait, no.
What about it?
See, this is the problem with
What
these
about
two.
it?
That got.
You know what? And now
Champions
I'm
are
offended.
champions, bro. Where's the top champions list? Why are we doing top? We don't know because we don't care no more. We don't care about who the top champions are.
So wait. So
somebody else.
You know why I'm offended?
So you wouldn't want to be a top 75 player ever?
I'm a champion, bro.
Man, so you rather
somebody got pushed out of that 75, didn't they?
No. Russell Westbrook and James Harden's in the top 75, dog.
Congratulations.
Shit, that's better than being
a champion. Whoa. Is that better than being a champion?
That's better than being a second option. It's better than being a second option.
Is it better than being
It's better than being a second option on the championship team.
Is it better than being
a second option? It's better than being a second or third option on the championship team.
You can't argue. They never take the.
I'm just
like
better than being a champion. Being top 75 is better than being a champion.
Hey, listen,
top 75.
Wait, hold on, BJ. No. Because I'm sick of these 2 niggas right here.
Okay.
Well, I'm sick of you talking about winning.
No, wait, hold on, dog. I'm tired. I am tired.
Go to sleep, nigga.
No, I'm tired of saying. Let's go, nigga. I am tired of saying. Okay, cool. Get the fuck on out of here, nigga. I am tired of saying. I'm looking at a I am looking at a media personality, and I'm telling him, y'all did this, and I'm tired of these two niggas pretending I'm saying it. I'm telling him, y'all are fucking up, and these niggas is coming at me like I did something. If I say, y'all research is saying this, why the fuck these two niggas looking at me like I'm the one who created this narrative? I'm pointing out, y'all media, you, the person in front, you acting like me. I said y'all compared, you acting like I said these two niggas, this person is better than this person. Somehow they keep reflecting the shit that I'm trying to prove a point to the media who created the list. Y'all are telling these players rings matter, but you're fucking them in the back end. Y'all are doing this. And these two niggas right here is sitting here pointing the gun at me like I'm the one created. Why is this loser talking about it? I'm addressing the nigga that didn't win nothing, that didn't play nothing, who created the goddamn list. I'm trying to do the goddamn job of a player to address media, and these two niggas right here is somehow pointing shit at me like I've done something wrong.
Not a nigga. And it all started for this big ass if for T-Mac trying to win a championship. So if you didn't defend T-Mac ass, we wouldn't be in this situation. So it's just T-Mac. If I was in Shaq's shoes with Shaq, I would have won. That's why this shit all happened, right? Right?
That was actually a remnant of that first take, right? So
because
all a part of it.
because we said
so Swaggy, if Gil stops defending T-Mac, you can be friends.
No. What did I say? What did I say?
Hey,
you said
what did I say? No, tell me what I said.
Is this a crash out week?
No, yes, nigga. Tell me what I said.
What's going on?
Did I say
this is weird?
Y'all compared Kobe 3 rings to T-Mac 0. Y'all, meaning the nigga I'm talking to, right?
Yeah, Steven.
Did I say T-Mac was better or Kobe? I said y'all compared them. So how can rings matter if one has 3, one has 0, and you putting them on the same level? I'm asking someone a question who has the vote. And you niggas is acting like I did. What'd I do? I'm asking a person who has a vote.
Gil, black men.
Did you say that rings didn't matter?
I'm talking to the man. I'm talking to the man who's saying rings matter.
Did you say?
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Hold on. You see how that do that?
Okay.
Hold on. No, I'm going to answer it. How can rings matter if? These are the contest. I'm talking to a whole nother human being, sir. This is not a statement.
Are you talking to Draymond?
I'm talking to a human being.
Directly to Draymond. Get the camera off me. Back on.
How can you say rings matter if y'all, meaning that's a person, had 3 rings and you compared it here? So rings can't matter if that's what you did. See, that's a statement to someone who did that then. Right? No, I'm talking about, like, I'm talking to a human when I did this. This is not me coming out and saying, rings don't matter. It's a statement of someone who voted, who wrote articles back then. So you're saying rings matter now, but here's your history of it. And you guys are somehow confusing the conversation I'm having with someone as if I'm creating this narrative. I did not come up with the list. I'm just fucking smart enough and got the time on my hand to depict the list and then ask the question.
Does rings matter though?
They do matter.
Ask the voters.
Are we asking you right now on the hot seat?
To me, yes, rings matter. I'm a basketball player. That's what I trained my life for.
What's so hard about that?
Because this is not my fucking opinion.
We asking your opinion.
Don't ask me I'm not. Why are you interjecting?
We asking your opinion.
If you tell, like imagine.
That's what the world. That's what the world wanted to hear when you was on first take. What's your opinion?
Nobody asked me my opinion.
They should have asked.
The fuck you talking about?
They should have asked you. They should have asked you. Don't tell us what the media thinks. Tell us what you think.
The niggas the media.
We want to know what Gilbert. You're the media too. We're all the media.
Shit, man.
I'm a champion. I don't know what y'all talking about.
This is some bullshit. No, this is dumb shit.
Stop.
Always. Like B.
I'm sick of this.
I'm gonna show you what these two niggas do right here.
Stop putting me. Hey, nigga.
B.
Say my name
again. I'm gonna ask you a question.
I
want to ask you a question.
Stop, Swaggy, stop.
Brandon.
Yes.
What was you ranked in high school?
Number 1.
This is them. No, you wasn't.
No.
I know you wasn't. I don't want to believe you. I don't need to believe you. I don't need to believe you was number 1. Then you're gonna do what?
Show them the ESPN.
Oh, now look at it showing it. What does that matter? Was you the best player? Did you play against number 2? Did you play against number 3? Did you play against number 4? So how can you say you the best? Why do I need to believe somebody writing? Does he play? Did he see everybody who played?
We moved on.
Did you win a championship? And did you win a championship?
I don't like that. I don't talk like that.
You didn't win a championship? See, how can you be number 1? You ain't even win a championship. Because it's all about championships. It's all about championships. So that rank number 1, that's what they do. This is exactly what they do. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I
have no idea about your facts.
He be trolling niggas so bad, he failed to realize he being trolled.
I have no idea about your facts.
This is the weirdest shit ever.
But I disagree.
He loves trolling everybody else.
I'm disagreeing with your facts. Don't troll. Don't say troll. Don't say troll when the information is right.
Put yourself in the hot seat, man.
You have real facts. You have facts. I'm saying no, they're not. I don't believe it. That's what they do. It has nothing to do with no statement. I'm asking you a question. You give me a professional answer. They turn it into personal and say they don't believe it, then do a whole bunch of bullshit.
Personal? How is saying we don't believe it personal?
Because it's a fact.
How is us saying we don't believe it?
Okay, this moment.
How is it we don't believe it? Show me the evidence. Show me the evidence.
So we don't respect the list, right?
Why?
Where can we find the list to where we can all come together and be like, yo, this is the list we
It does not exist.
There ain't no list. It's my list, your list, his list. Everybody got a list.
Okay, so opinion and personal. So that's all that matters then in this.
No.
When you don't like a list, it's
right. I'm saying,
if 100 people,
we need something to go off of.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
That's why that's not information.
All we need is to understand when it matters, man. Championship.
There was. The list before 50 was 11, 25, 35, 50, 75. Trust me, I know. I did the research through all of it.
No, we don't.
Because I wanted to see when did rings matter, how fast did they put Jordan into it. So I went through. So the top 11.
Then we
Bill
talk
Russell's
about
the
ring
best.
culture when it started. When we say ring culture started. When did we say?
Because
when LeBron got
hold on.
That means Robert Horry got to be in the top 75 then.
When did ring culture start? Because I can tell you.
Why didn't you tell the world? Tell them. When did it start?
I did.
When did it start? Tell us right now.
I did tell y'all.
When did it start?
You nigga, you keep trying to come at me like I got a problem with you.
When did it start?
How do I talk?
Oh my God, you're getting
When did it start? It never started.
Okay, there we go.
How can you say ring culture started and then in 93, Jordan has 2 rings and he's the GOAT, he's the number 1 person and there's 5 rings, 6 rings, 11 rings, 3 rings in front of him? How can, no, I don't know what that is. That's 98. See, this is ignorant stuff. That's why
wait.
we're supposed to be.
He became the GOAT in 90.
He was the number. He was the number.
What did that mean to the world?
No, he's saying.
Well, in LA that means something different, Sean. I'm just telling you. LA this means something different.
No, the question was when did rings culture start?
LA this means something different.
What that mean? What did it mean? What did it mean?
That's wrong.
What did it mean?
He became the top that list we're talking about, the top 50 list, the top 25 list. When Jordan became the number 1 player ever, it was 1993 when they did it. He jumped Magic Johnson. He had 2 rings going for his 3rd ring. He did not have 6 rings. He only had 3 at the time. So how can you say rings matter if he jumps a guy with 5, he jumps a guy with 6, he jumps a guy with 11? So I'm saying, how can rings matter if this guy who had only 2 beat number 1 all time?
Your problem is with the media, not with us.
Because that's who votes.
So you having all this animosity towards us.
No, whoa. See, hey, you figured it out. I have this animosity towards the media. You come at me like I'm saying it to you.
Come at you? What the fuck are you talking?
This is Gills, and we're all supposed to be brothers.
How about this?
Whoa.
This nigga been coming at me with Kobe like I've done something, and I've always said the same thing. They have Kobe at this. They do this. He pretends I'm saying it.
What time is it?
So the point is, I don't even know what our argument is. I don't even know if we're arguing about where Kobe is or who's the biggest Kobe fan at this point. No, I'm serious. I don't even know what the fuck our argument is because every time I say it, I say they. Them.
But
them and they. I've never said them. Every time I try to challenge a nigga, y'all, boom, here we come. Left field.
It feel like you defend him. That's why.
How? By saying they?
Tell him, Nick, why you being soft with him? Why you being soft with him, man? Tell him.
When I say what?
Friend, I got a baby.
No.
So you got to be tough too sometimes. Tell him,
What
bro.
part of defending when I say, how can rings matter when y'all compared these two? One had 3 rings, one had 0. You compared them to the point where Kobe decided he needed to get rid of Shaq so he can win on his own and get these accolades. The person who's in front of me says, you're right, I concede. He's right, and he conceded because it was a real thing. This is not something I made up. There's a reason big media has never challenged me on a take because what I'm speaking to them is a real thing.
But
how they ruined the game. How they ruined the game. Like, think about what I'm saying. How would they
because takes too.
And that's what I'm attacking.
So what makes why do you have to believe everything they say is so sleeping in the truth?
All right, so the media in high school, right, and everything for the McDonald's, that didn't matter?
What?
The media in high school, the media for NCAA, when they doing the rankings, none of that matter? Y'all don't look at that?
And when you see your name wasn't where you thought you should be,
You get mad, right?
What could you do about it?
And
what could you do about it?
You go out there and do what?
What could you do about it?
Nothing.
What does that list do?
What do you do about that?
What do you do about it?
That is wrong.
If you don't, but if you stay where you at, even if you go try to prove some shit and they still keep you there, what can you do about it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So it's
even if
you win, they don't change.
Then why attack the person who's pointing out the list?
That's what I'm saying. So why are we just believing
listen, we are the media now.
But
our list is like
you only believe it. You only believe the list when it favors something you like.
Media,
when you see them got Kobe at not in the top 10 sometime, man. All we argue about the top 10.
All LeBron, every
Kobe,
single
Jordan,
player.
And
yes.
you see Kobe and you just say, oh, it's
over team.
But they got it. That's what they.
Every single player who played in 2001 has Kobe where? 2, right?
Top 3.
Top 3. No matter 1, 2, or 3. Nobody. At this point,
player.
Every player. Nobody cares at this point. Jordan. As long as you have Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron in your top 3, niggas will have a conversation with you because they respect the game itself. There's no accolades. It's our eye test. Now there's a list that they get paid to do, and it comes out just like anything. When they vote for MVP, when they vote for All NBA, I'm pretty sure people start to ask, yo, wait, why? Why are you doing this? Why is he 10? You start calling. So you start asking the questions.
Right.
That's what I did. Spent months asking the questions of this list y'all voted on. These are you guys' voters. What is criteria 1? What is criteria 2? And I did that. When I tell you what they told me, you niggas is shooting me. It's like, hey man, they shooting outside. Oh, fuck you, stupid ass nigga. Go out there and get shot. Then you mad at me. Why you didn't tell me? You wasn't listening. I'm telling you how they're doing it.
I didn't know we was having this effect.
But on that
I just want us to get a list.
Like, do you want to get smarter? Stay stupid.
One list. And
like Rodney King once said, can we all just get along?
Niggas shooting. How about this? Niggas shooting outside.
Come on,
they shooting outside.
But you said, okay.
Now you walk out there.
You said, okay, so Kobe is 16. That's what you just did.
Who said that?
You said, why is Kobe this?
I said Kobe's.
You told me why. Okay, so that's why you rolling with him?
No,
that's why you rolling with him.
Rolling with who?
Because they explained to you why he's not in the top 10.
Because of the criteria.
So I got
believe that.
I got the. I
still believe it.
He's 2 on mine. It's not my personal. I don't have a vote, dog.
And on that
note, but I do not remember. I don't have a vote. You don't have a vote. So our opinions don't matter on that. I got fucking Penny. I got Penny number 2 as my favorite.
When they explain
Our opinions do
Damn, so
matter in Gil's arena, though.
when they do it, you ask the questions and no information. If your ass got an F on the test and you thought you got an A, nigga, and you ask for the how do I do it, and you do it, you get better at it. Hey, y'all, son.
The world just seen you have a meltdown.
I don't give a fuck what the world.
A beautiful way to end off this week.
And they probably realize you niggas is dumb now.
Thank you to everybody
y'all
in the
don't know
chat.
the difference between they and me.
Thank you to everybody on this
Two
couch.
different motherfucking people.
Thank you to everybody on this couch, everybody watching the show. This has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We'll see y'all next week.